Yeah, can you relax?
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm very nervous. Sorry. Very nervous. Like to know, it's like my prey is right there. Like the mouse is right there, and I'm the cat. It's like right in front of me, and I have to hold back. Oh, there she is.
Oh. Bye. Have a good day.
Everybody leave. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, TriangleMan.
Hello. Hello. Allow access to Tigray.
Hi, everyone else. Go ahead. You set the tone. It's not going to be on me.
No. You said I can set the tone. I can set it right now. Welcome to this space. It's called TriangleMan versus the humanitarian agenda of the TSEday. We changed it because originally I wanted to put it as the humanitarian agenda of the TPLF, but this is TSEday protested and I conceded, and so we changed it to this. The reason this space was created is because TSEday told me I have a humanitarian agenda, and I said, okay, if you have a humanitarian agenda, here's the forum. I would challenge your humanitarian agenda because I don't believe that you have a humanitarian agenda. So as such, if you want to start and set, share with your people, with the people here, your humanitarian agenda and all the issues that you think are prevalent, because you're very active, you're very known on this space. So I've had many people contact me about you, and you're very famous, is all I got to say. So you go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, first of all, for allowing the space. And I hope it's going to go with this tone. Then we'll see. So yeah, መጀመሪያ ነገር ብዙ ሰው clear ማድረግ የምፈልገው
Sorry.
I don't
Can we make this in English, because there will be people from different.
Sorry.
The second thing I just want to, can I just put in some? Here's the thing. TSEday is my guest. As such, she will have all the honors of being my guest. I will not interrupt her. She will be allowed to speak as long as she wants on any topic that she wants. I reserve the right to respond to everything she says, and I expect her to respect also my time when I respond. I will not interrupt her. I will not press her or whatever. If she doesn't want to answer questions, it will be her prerogative. But I'll also request the same courtesy from her. Apart from that, let's get it on.
Okay, no problem. Sorry. So for people who do not know me, my name is TSEday Mekbib. Unlike Triangle, I do not have an anonymous persona. This is my face, and it's my real name I'm using. So I'm not hiding my identity. So when I come here to speak to you, I'm exposing myself, with my full identity. So I need you to first acknowledge that. Not you, but just the audience. Know the difference. Okay, so second of all, I'm not Tigrayan. I do have Tigrayan lineage somewhere in fourth generation ምናምን ግን ትግራዮት አይደለሁም. I'm not from Tigray. I speak strictly as someone born and raised in Ethiopia, now currently living in Toronto. ሶስተኛ, third point, I'm not TPLF. I do not represent TPLF. I haven't worked for TPLF. I did work for EPRDF, the government, the federal government. I worked in the tourism industry for almost 3 years. That's my experience working in the federal government in Ethiopia. Okay, so this war, for many of you, from my perspective, it seems it started in July 2021. That's not the case. This war started in November 2020. And for almost 8 months, the people in Tigray were suffering, while many people in this room, I don't even know who's in this room. I'm just looking at the top part, but I can imagine the people that came today to see me being ridiculed by Triangle, or to just laugh at me, or to just, I don't know, most of those people, when this war started, they cheered for it, not thinking of what the human suffering that would be unleashed would be. And I did think about it, and I do have a tweet to prove that. And I have to, say this over and over again because constantly being my characters constantly be attacked. So I do need to provide my tweets as a reference going forward. So, anyways, so for 8 months, the people were being starved. Their medical access has been reduced completely because almost 80% of Tigray's health sector was destroyed. Um, humanitarian aid was still restricted. Because there was active war going on. So there you have it. You have people that have suffered. We're talking about 7 million people that have suffered through this war. And on June, at the end of June, when the government declared "quote unquote" the humanitarian ceasefire, we were expecting for trucks, tons of trucks, convoys to arrive to relieve these people that have been suffering for 8 months. That's not what happened. The day the federal government left Mekelle, they destroyed the VSAT equipment that belongs to UNICEF. They closed the banks. They took all the whatever cash that was available. They turned off the telecommunications. They turned off the electricity. They shut down Tigray. The federal government withdrew from Tigray. They called it a ceasefire, a humanitarian ceasefire, but for those of us that were paying close attention, because we know how people have been suffering, we were counting every truck that was going in every day. So for the first 2 weeks after the ceasefire was announced, only 50 trucks were allowed into Tigray. 50. The United Nations at that time was saying that they needed to have minimum 100 trucks to go into the region to avert a humanitarian catastrophe. That did not happen. To this day, less than 15%, 15% of aid has reached Tigray today. Today, it's been almost 6 months, more than 6 months since the declared ceasefire has passed. Of course, we know no ceasefire happened. There was active war that spread to other regions. I do not deny the human suffering that happened in Afar region and Amhara region. War occurred. Anywhere there's war, there's human suffering, there's human displacement. People get, when they get displaced from their homes, there's trauma, a lot of painful things happen. People get killed. I do not deny that. But why do you expect me in order to receive food, why do you expect me to acknowledge your pain when you did not acknowledge my pain? When I say my pain, let's just, for 8 months, you denied the suffering of Tigrayans. You denied they were being raped. You ridiculed their suffering. You called it a lie. When we told you Eritrean troops were doing this and that, for 4 or 5 months, we were called liars. The prime minister himself lied. So you want us to accept everything you say overnight as fact when you deny what happened over 8 months before the Tigrayan Defense Forces even had to go to the other regions? They had to go because you blocked access to food. That's something we cannot deny. So anyways, I don't want to hang on to that point. So today when I say I have a humanitarian agenda is, when I moved to Canada, every time I tell people I'm from Ethiopia, everybody, almost 90% of the Canadians I meet, they know about the famine. And they think I escaped starvation. And they they tell me how lucky I am in Canada. Yes, they're right. I'm very lucky. I could feed my kids today. I fed them dinner before I came to speak to you. But mothers in Tigray haven't had any food to give to their children for months. Okay? There are many reports that came out that I see people that laugh at this. I really don't understand why.
Sorry. Let me deal with this. I don't want anybody to make any funny emojis. You'll be ejected. Anybody that has a funny laughing emoji when either one of us speaks will be ejected from this room, and then you'll be blocked. So I know there's delays. I'm gonna give you like 3 more seconds. If I see it, you're out. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, man, like, it's okay. I can bear it, but do you think it's funny? Do you be in the position of those who don't know what their families are eating in Tigray tonight? Be in their shoes. And I know you've been in their shoes, specifically Amhara activists, because I remember how you were screaming for help, asking for help, because this town, this place has not been, humanitarian aid has not reached them. Minaman, you've been through it. Maybe, I don't want to speculate. I have no idea why things happen the way they do. But the last few months, you saw how the human suffering is painful because you saw it happening to your own families. Why are you denying the suffering of Tigrayans? That's my question. You guys were able to send money via bank transfer. Tigrayans are not able to do that because of the war. They can't send them money. They can't call their parents. They can't talk to them to find out if they're okay. The news today that came out is the largest hospital in the region, Aidar Hospital in Mekelle, they don't even have gloves, reusable gloves, surgical gloves to use. They're washing it use homemade ingredients to cleanse it because they don't even have gloves, because the Ethiopian government and the supporters think it's okay to deny gloves to a hospital. Are you kidding me? When women come to the hospital to give birth, the doctors don't have gloves to help them deliver. Like, this is just, how can we deny these basic things? This is just for the medical supplies. For the food, they don't have formula. The mothers have been starving. The women that were raped are giving birth. They've been starving. They can't breastfeed. They need formula. You've seen videos coming out of children, trying to suck the dry breast of his mom. The mom can't breastfeed him because she has nothing to give him. The hospitals have run out of formulas. Like, why the hell are you punishing these children for TPLF, for a few people? It doesn't make sense. Like, we're turning into monsters. And it doesn't matter. Yes, the war can go on the side. I wish we can have a dialogue and we can stop it. But if the war has to go, let it happen on the side. But let's not forget the children. Like, this is, like, we are going to regret it. When the famine I'm almost ending, sorry, just 1 minute. When the famine that happened in the 80s happened, they did not have social media. Our parents...
Sorry, you can speak as long as you want. There's no limit.
It's okay. No, I think I need a break too. But our parents didn't have social media. Like, I asked my dad. I told him, how did you hear about the famine? Were you aware? He told me yes, because he used to listen to his radio, to Deutsche Welle and Voice of America. That's how he knew about it. I don't think the local media really talked about it. But we have no excuse, man. Yes, you can pretend and say TPLF paid BBC to lie about the famine, or TPLF paid this and that to lie about the famine. You are only fooling yourselves. Like, you're fooling yourselves. I mean, like, images, videos don't lie. Okay, if you don't believe us, open the telephone lines and call them directly and ask them directly. You can't have it both ways. Ask them what's happening. Because the diaspora, the family members, they do get the chance to speak to them. Sometimes the Red Cross allows them to make, a 1 minute, 2 minute call. If they don't find their family members, they leave them messages. And the messages they're leaving them, people in Mekelle are saying, I have no food to give to my kids. This is in Mekelle. Imagine what's happening in the rural area of Tigray. We're talking about 7 million. People are not making this up. This is not, by ignoring this issue, we are actually inviting more problem. We are forcing for foreign peacekeepers to intervene just because we can't come to our senses and fix this. Yeah, this is our own mess. We're making it worse every day. Because if we had put the humanitarian agenda months ago, maybe the TDF wouldn't even have had, the reasons to go there. Maybe we could have stopped it. Maybe, but I don't want to, say maybe, because I don't know what could have happened. But at least I control the present time. And I know we haven't done enough when it comes to the humanitarian agenda. And that's where I want to stop my my talk here. So I'll just put myself on mute. I'll listen to you if you have any questions. If you allow me to share one link, the only link I would share is the latest UN report by UN OCHA. Okay, so I'm going to send it to you in the back end. And that's the only thing I ask people to read.
I think you have the possibility to pin it yourself.
All right.
So you can tweet it, and then as a speaker, you're allowed to do it.
Okay.
There's a bunch of people that are requesting to come up. Nobody's going to come up. So can you please stop requesting to come up? Thank you. Whenever you're ready, I'm going to start talking.
Go ahead. I'm done, actually, yes.
All right. So I'm the Triangle Man. I'm anonymous to most of you people. And I'm going to tell you something. Just because somebody uses their name doesn't mean they tell you the truth. And just because someone is anonymous, it doesn't mean they're lying. But it is what it is. Now, today spoke about the humanitarian agenda. And we can go back and who started when and who did this and who did that. It's not going to change anything. I can say the war started on this day. She can say the war started on that day. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change anything to the people that are starving and suffering in Tigray, Afar, and Amhara. The difference is between Sister TsEday and I is that I'm not a Tigrayan either, but I do have Tigrayan blood. Irrelevant. I do have also other blood. Irrelevant. This is not about blood. This is about suffering. And people in Tigray, and people in Amhara, and people in Afar, civilians have been suffering. On top of it, combatants on all of the sides and all parts of Ethiopia have also died in this war. This war is, par excellence, an Ethiopian war. I don't make any difference between a mother dying in Tigray, a mother dying in Afar, and a mother dying in Amhara. I'm not going to ask you to acknowledge my pain and acknowledge your pain. All of it is my pain. All of it is my pain. The women, the daughters, the wives, the men, the boys, the children in Tigray, for me personally, their death is as painful as anything happening in Afar and Amhara. It's not a you against me. I'm not going to sit here and say, acknowledge my pain, acknowledge my pain. All of it is my pain. We don't know each other beyond this. But there was a time where I was very angry at the things that were happening in Tigray. And then that thing, the pain of the people of Tigray, when some people, those few people that you just acknowledged existed, those few people from the TPLF, when they decided to expand the war, now the pain of the people of Tigray became the pain of my family and the pain of my friend's family in Amhara. Now, we're talking about the humanitarian agenda. Nobody wants the people of Tigray to suffer. Nobody does. Only the TPLF wants the people of Tigray think that we want the people of Tigray to suffer. We don't. At the end of the day, we're going to live together after all this. The issue that we have is, with the narrative that you brought, is that since June, the government of Ethiopia has offered a ceasefire, a humanitarian ceasefire. And your people, because you said you, I'm going to say you. You lumped us all together, then I'm going to lump you with the TPLF. I'm not going to lump you with the people of Tigray, because I don't believe you are with the people of Tigray. The government of Ethiopia offered to leave Mekelle and offered to provide a humanitarian ceasefire in June of 2021. And Getachew Redda went, I think, on BBC or Deutsche Welle or wherever and said, that's a sick joke. We will not accept. We don't want it. They made fun of the fact that the government of Ethiopia said that we're going to leave Mekelle and we're going to leave Tigray completely. And they said, no, this is out of weakness. This is out of fear. War is our culture. War is our culture. And they're scared of us. Instead of saying, the mothers of Tigray, the sisters of Tigray are suffering, and we should accept this ceasefire, this humanitarian ceasefire, and allow our people to eat and drink, and allow aid, and allow medicines. No, they said no. This is a fear, and one of the first things that Getachew Redda says, hey, you know what? We're going to go to Bahar Dar, we're going to go to Asmara, and we're going to go to Addis Ababa, and we will get our debts for the things that they did to us. He was talking about revenge. He wasn't talking about humanitarian aid. He wasn't talking about getting food and medicine to the mothers and sisters, to our mothers, to our sisters, to our daughters in Tigray. All he was talking about is revenge and murder and killing. This was in June of this year. He refused. I've never heard you condemn and say, hey, Getachew, come on, calm down. The first thing is the priority is these daughters, is these sisters and these mothers. For reasons that I don't understand, whenever I speak with one of you guys, you always appeal to our humanity, but you never do that to the TPLF. You never tell the TPLF, hey, maybe you need to calm down. There are children around here. Maybe you need to tone down your rhetoric about going and invading and going to Addis Ababa and Bahar Dar and Asmara. Calm down. You're going to get the wrong attention. You never say that. For some reason, and I'm flattered by it, because you think we're more humane than the TPLF, because you never appeal to their humanity. Because I think you know in the deep of your heart that these people, the TPLF people, those 50 guys, are not people to be negotiated with or discussed with. So you turn to us, because you know, even though we're considered the enemies, we are the only one. We have in our heart the spark of humanity that you're always begging for. You've never turned to Getachew Redda. You've never turned to Debretsion or Tzadkan and say enough. Or brother, if when Isaias or Mallas or what's his name, whichever leader out there, whenever these people provide you with some type of way out, you don't turn to, you don't ask Mallas or you don't ask Debretsion or you don't ask any one of them for magnanimity. You always ask us, the victims, to be magnanimous and to be merciful. Now, you say that we're talking about the present. So we're going to talk about the present. Your leaders left Tigray and they came into Afar and Amhara. And they said it's because their people were starving. If their people were starving, why did they kill our women? Why did they rape our women? Why did they kill our children? How is that going to remove the blockade in Tigray? Why did they shell for weeks Afar areas and Amhara areas? Why did they come in Galikoma and kill 200 kids in one day? How would that remove the blockade? Going into Desi and killing 100 boys in one day. I know that whenever we talk about our pain, you say, oh, we need an investigation and all that. But you have no problem talking immediately about genocide and murder and kill whenever somebody on your side talks. Me, I say all of it. All of it is pain. People are not just going to come up and say 100 boys were killed in Desi in one day, as an example. 200 kids in Galikoma. We don't have the same arsenal as you, the same media as you, the same mediatic arsenal as you. We don't have it. We don't have Martin Plautz. We don't have Peter Kuznin. We don't have the international circus group or whatever it's called. We don't have Good Luck, whatever his name is. We don't have Naam al-Bashir. But you know what I have as an Afar? I have Dagu. I have Dagu. Dagu means my people, the information that I get from my people. 1.87 million people. It's not Naam al-Bashir that's going to get you into Afar. It's not Peter Kuznin that's going to get you into Afar. It's not Martin Plaut that's going to get you to Afar. My information comes straight from the ground. And when they tell me Wayanit yesterday killed 200 children, I believe them. I don't care whether Human Rights Watch says anything about it. I don't care whether the UN talks about it. It's irrelevant. They are nothing for the Afar people. And they are nothing for the Amhara people. And they're nothing for the Ethiopian people. Now, you talk about the situation right now in Tigray where nothing comes in and goes out. Whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? The only way in is through Abhala in Afar. Abhala, 53 kilometers in Afar state from Tigray, from Mekelle. 53 kilometers, but on the Afar side. Abhala goes straight to Samara, and from Samara is Djibouti. It is the only way things can come in and out. 15%, 10%, it's not our fault. We don't decide the logistical problems of the UN, whether it can get 100% or 50%. But I do know for the last year and a half, not once did the Afar people stop any truck going through their land. Not once. The Afar state never said that any truck that goes from Djibouti all the way to Abhala, all the way to Mekelle should be stopped. Never. Never. They allowed every one of them. Even after the TPLF killed 200 kids in Galikoma, even after the shelling and murder in Shifra, even after all the killing in Abhala, in Barahle, even after it came all the way on the other side and tried to get to Mille, at no point, in Abhala, population 8,000, not 37,000, did they ever stop? Even though people were being killed all over Afar, the people in Abhala, the Tigrayan speakers, were not molested for a year and a half. And the TPLF, on December, I think, 14th, decided to attack Abhala and shell Abhala and destroy the only way where aid would come into Tigray. There's no other way. It was the only way. Why did it do that? For one simple reason. The people of Tigray are hostage of the TPLF. Me, I can tell you as an Afar, and I know a lot of people around me, there is no way we want this war to continue. We want peace. We know tomorrow we have to live with the people of Tigray. They are our brothers and sisters, regardless. And we know that they're first victims of this war because they are the first victims of the TPLF. Before the TPLF comes to Afar and went all the way to Amhara, the first thing it did, it makes the people of Tigray suffer. It went into every house in Tigray and said, bring me one daughter, one son, whichever children that you have. Bring me all your children. In the meantime, the leaders of the TPLF sat cozily in the back, relaxed, none of them suffering, all of their children, all of their families abroad, all the cadres abroad. They made sure that all the Wayani aristocracies are all abroad. Now it's only the children of the poor, of the farmers. And these people, that's how the TPLF got there. They sacrificed 60,000 of them to get all the way to Addis Ababa to control. The TPLF on purpose sabotaged the only way into Tigray from Afar, called Abhala, on purpose. Why? Because he wanted to create a humanitarian crisis so people like you can come over here and whine over it. For PR purposes, you're sacrificing your own people. The only way in, the only way that was never blocked, the only way that was never blocked in a year and a half, through Abhala, the day after the Geneva conference, not even like a few hours after the Geneva conference, the TPLF attacked. And it blocked it. Why? One, to provoke a humanitarian crisis. Then it could turn to people like Goodluck and Chipopo, what's his name, Hopewell, and CNN, and all these people, and say, look what's happening. Always gambling with the life of their people. Since August, since they came all the way to Kamise, since they came all the way to 200 kilometers from Addis Ababa, not once did they talk about the blockade to be removed. Not once. When they came all the way to Kamise, Debretsion came on TV. What did he say? Did he say remove the blockade, feed our people, feed our children? No, he said there is no government. You have two choices, to surrender or die. That's what Debretsion said. Did you say, hey, Debretsion, calm down? You can't say that. Our women are dying. The mothers, they don't have any milk. Little Surafel is dying. Did you say that? No. What's his name? Adkan Kim. He said there's no government. There's no government, so there's no negotiation. This is a TMH. This is a Tigrayan journalist asking him, are you going to negotiate? This is in August. No, sorry, August. It's in November. Are you going to negotiate with the government? He's like, what government? There's no government. They're gone. We already created a transitional government, and we're going to have a Marshall Plan, and we're going to go into Addis Ababa, and the whole world is going to recognize us. And everybody, we have like these 6 or 7 guys in DC that signed for us, and all we're planning now is to go to Addis Ababa. They never even once said the mothers of Tigray are suffering. We want blockade to be removed. We will not go into Addis if you remove the blockade. They never said that. They never mentioned. When they got decimated and destroyed in Dase, in Shifra, in Mille, in Kamise, when they started running for their life, then suddenly you come out. You come out, part of the arsenal, part of the emotional blackmail, coming out and talk about suddenly about the people that are dying. You're right, by the way. I'm going to end on this. You're right. For a few people, maybe it is time for you to tell those few people that why are they sacrificing 6-7 million people for their miscalculations? They enjoyed their life. They sacrificed 60,000 Tagaros to come all the way to Addis. They enjoyed their life for 27 years. They became millionaires and billionaires. They have had their time. Then they went back into Mekelle. Then they tried again. They gambled again with the life of the people of Tigray. They tried and they failed again. They came all the way to Addis Ababa. They themselves said, the Americans told us if we go in, if we do this. They never said it's because of the people of Tigray. If the women and the children were starving, why were they mentioning why were they mentioning the Americans? Because their imperatives are clear. They're much more concerned what is going to happen in Washington than what is happening behind in Mekelle. The strange thing about these people is, even when they were controlling all these parts of Amhara and Afar, none of them have been seen at the front. None of them have been seen in Dese, in Kombolcha, in Kamise, in Afar, nowhere. They always made sure to be as comfortable as possible. In the meantime, they sent children to die at the front. And now that they're back, why do you think she's here? Do you know why she's here? I'll tell you why. Because if the people of Tigray are suffering right now, the people of Tigray have been suffering from the beginning. But this blockade, the more the blockade continues, the more they're starving, they're going to turn to the people, to the TPLF and say, hey, maybe it's time for you to give yourself up. That's what she's afraid of. She doesn't care about the people. She's afraid for the TPLF. You've never heard today for the last, I don't know how long I've heard her for the last 6 months, not even once say, I have a relative amongst the people that have fought. I have a relatives among the children that have died. No, she always talks about either she knows somebody that's starved or she's talking about somebody in Addis Ababa or someone in Mekelle. Never told you at any point, my brother, my cousin, my nephew, my sister, my grandmother, whatever, was taken from her home. As we know, because a lot of Tagaros talk to us too. Taken from each home and pushed to die on the fronts, on each front as cannon fodder. While the people of the TPLF are sitting comfortably in the villas in Mekelle, getting fatter and fatter since they came out of the mountains. The blockade, they want us to feed their people. They want us to let the communication in. They want us to let pay the salaries of the people over there. Okay. But you have to give yourself up first. You have to give yourself up first, and we will take care of the people there because they are our brothers and sisters, and they are hostages to the TPLF. But you don't care about them. You want them to continue being hostages. Not even once will you come out and say in the last year and a half, nobody's perfect but God. You will never say anything bad about the TPLF. You talk about them as if they're God. Say it. Say they were wrong to try to come into Addis Ababa. They were wrong to not to accept the ceasefire. They were wrong to start this war. They were wrong to go into Afar and Amhara. Why do we have to wait for an investigation? I believe everything you say. I believe there have been exactions and atrocities. I don't dismiss them. But then you're asking for, we want to have an investigation. That's why. I accept everything you say. If you want an investigation, okay, why not? But you will have to accept at that point. We want to hear you condemn the TPLF. Anyways, that's all I got to say for the moment.
Okay, what you said doesn't make sense at all. For the record, the reason I remain quiet is not because I agreed. 99% of it I disagree with. It's just because I wanted to respect the rule of your space. That's why. I don't know where to begin. I'm not going to go over the causes of the war, but it's so important because from the get-go, whether this war is a just war or not matters. From what I understand, over the last 14 months, this war was not caused by the Tigrayans. Okay? So this is how I understand it. This is what I believe. And I know this is what the Tigrayans believe. And
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but TPLF, not Tigrayans.
Okay. Well, I will say Tigrayans because the people that are starving today are not TPLF.
Okay, so you think TPLF and Tigrayan is the same thing?
Well, you're treating them the same right now.
No. I'm asking you, do you believe that TPLF and Tigrayans are the same thing? Because I don't.
No, yeah, but that's what we've been told.
No, but do you believe, you, the person that is not anonymous, do you believe that TPLF and Tigrayan are the same thing?
Yes.
No, excuse me, it's a simple question.
Yeah, the war made that happen. Today,
do you believe that TPLF and the war, the man, do you believe that TPLF and Tigray is the same thing?
Today? Most
not
likely.
Today, not yesterday, not just a yes or no.
No. There's no yes or no because there are different chapters.
No.
This is what you're doing. You can't force me to think
you
like
said,
you.
You said Tigrayans. So I'm asking you, my simple brain understands.
Today.
When you say Tigrayan, do you mean are you saying TPLF? I'm speaking about.
No, I'm talking about Tigrayans.
I speak about TPLF. You're speaking about Tigrayans.
That's exactly. So this is a very good point. Thank you for.
So is TPLF and Tigray the same thing?
No. Very good point, because this is exactly what you guys do.
Can I ask you a question? Ask me a yes or no question.
Guilt.
Ask me a yes or no question. I'll answer with a yes or no. Go ahead.
No, I don't like yes or no questions.
Okay, because yes or no questions, it doesn't matter whether I'm anonymous and you're real.
What you just
is
did
what
is
makes the
very
okay.
important.
I'll let you talk. Go ahead.
What you just did is actually very good, and thank you for doing it, because this is exactly the point. Whenever we try to bring the humanitarian agenda, you bring this kind of TPLF. You're like, no, I'm strictly talking about TPLF. Like, you completely dehumanize the suffering and just want to focus on the political scope of this issue, when the biggest thing that gives us headache is the human suffering. So no, I want to talk about the Tigrayans. I want to force that into your thinking. I don't want you to just think about Debrecen and Getachew Reda when you think about Tigray. No, I want you to think about Surafel and the millions of Surafels that are hungry, that are dying today. So no, I'm not going to have this discussion that we had at the beginning of the war, where TPLF and Tigray Hizb, is it the same? Is it not? It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, we're looking at the result of the war. You're starving children. What do you want me to think? Do you think this war is against the TPLF for me? No. I see you starving children. I see you watching videos, not you, Triangle, but I see people, Ethiopians, watching kids dying from starvation and laughing about it. They're commenting publicly under tweets that the entire world can see, where they're using emojis. They're laughing at their own people dying from starvation. Anyways, so don't ask me to distinguish between the TPLF, and that's not what the topic is. This is why I say it's a humanitarian agenda. I'm not here to discuss and to make a verdict or to talk about the last 27 years and what my activism looked like. It does not matter today. That's not the point. Okay, so at the beginning, I was explaining why the cause of the war matters, because the narrative, the way it's framed, it depends on how you understand who triggered this war. From our perspective, you attacked Tigray. That's what I believe, 100%. There's no way I'm going to believe the narrative you provided just like that. There's no way. I've done my own investigation. I've seen different things, and I've come to the conclusion that they did not trigger this. This was a conspiracy. So somebody that believes, it's not just me, that most of the people I know, the Tigrayans I know, and from what you read, this is what they believe. They were attacked. So, and today you're starving them. Nobody, so the surahs, like that point itself makes a big difference on how you can empathize with the Tigrayans. So if you want to be in their shoes, okay, on November 4th, they were attacked. The biggest shock for them was not just the fact that...
One moment. All these people requesting to come up, you're not going to come up. If I see anybody requesting to come up, you're going to be blocked. Stop it. This is between me and her, and it doesn't concern you. So I'm going to give you about 3-4 seconds to remove yourself, or I'm going to kick you out and block you.
Okay, so I'm going over this because the way we look at this is completely different. And unless we talk about it bluntly, even though we disagree about it, we need to put it on the table and see how different it is. So that's why we can't even come into an agreement when it comes to the humanitarian agenda. So you have to be in their position. You are expecting the Tigrayans that were raped, that were massacred, that are still under blackout, that can't access their bank accounts, that can't call their loved ones in the diaspora. You're asking them to fix your political problem, your political question. You want them to hand them over to you so that they can get food. That's really irresponsible. That's really stupid. That's not how a country works. That's not how politics work. So we are making them hostage for our own unrealistic, unpragmatic political demands. It's not going to happen. Because from the get-go, they believe this war is unjust, and I agree with them. Shabia came and attacked them, raped them, killed them. Not just Shabia, their own Ethiopian troops. They got displaced for 8 months before anything happened in Afar or Amara region. And what they see is an entire, I'm going to repeat this again and again, because this happened. We need to acknowledge it, and we need to say either, sorry. I don't know. We need to do something about this, because we laughed at their pain. We ridiculed it. TriangleMan, you accuse me of not acknowledging the suffering. You're right, because I'm in pain. I'm in pain because for 8 months we begged, we cried for people to speak about this, and they laughed at us. They called me Wayani. They did all this. I was bitter. And then I didn't also believe your version because you denied what was happening on the other side. But you know what we didn't do on our side?
Sorry, you're talking about me personally?
No, not you, but sorry. The biggest difference between our advocacy work and the other side is we never laughed at what happened in Afar. We never said, you
did. You did.
I never did that.
You did. You maybe didn't, but you courts did.
Okay.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, hold on. Don't interrupt me. When we compare the tone, 90% of the Tigrayan tone, they did not. They were just mourning their own loss. They were just, if it was, a small battle win they had, they were celebrating that. But they were never, applauding. They were never cheering, or they were never denying it. They were asking for independent investigation. But what was happening on the other side is, to this day, they're denying the starvation. They're telling us we're making videos. I don't know how you can make a video of a starving child. To this day, they're denying it, not just denying it, adding insult to injury. They laugh at it. So that's the difference between us. When I say us, it's not you specifically, because I have no idea what you've been tweeting in the past. And this is a brand new account you have, so I can't go back and check. But to the most people I know here, that's what they've been doing. And these are the people that have the audacity to first demand recognition of their pain beforehand. That's really wrong, because that's a superiority complex or some kind of supremacist complex, putting one's pain over the other. The death of a Tigrayan is not less than the death of an Amhara person or an Afari person or anybody else. Their death is as painful as it is for you when you lose your own family member. So just to ask you a question, just maybe one yes or no question. Did you speak to your father over the last week, TriangleMan?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I know many people that haven't talked to their family members for 14 months.
Okay.
Okay. So how do we fix that? Tell me.
How do we fix it?
Yeah.
You're asking me.
Let's just start with the telephone lines.
The telephone lines. Very easy.
How?
You're asking me. Very easy. Tell the TPLF guys to give themselves up.
Again, why are you putting?
You're asking me.
Yeah.
Why is that impossible?
Because this is a political.
It's not a political. No. We have a war, right?
Okay,
we have a war.
Let me give you an example.
Wait. It's not the Ade that started this war. It's not the sister or the brother that started this war. It's these 50 guys, right? They lost the war. Why do you have a problem saying that these guys should give themselves up? Why is that the most? You talk about Surafel, little Surafel. You think little Surafel's parents are more concerned whether Getachew Redda gives himself up or not? If I have a child right now starving, and you tell me that there's a fat fuck by the name of Getachew Redda that is talking smack and hiding in a hole, and that has been hiding for the last year and a half, and the government of Ethiopia wants him, and that's the only thing that's between my child surviving or not, you think I would have a problem? And this is why I say you are cadres. You are cadres because you're more concerned with the TPLF surviving than the people of Tigray. You only use the people of Tigray as props.
Let me finish,
as props. No, you asked me a question. I'm answering it.
Yeah, that was a yes or no question.
Then don't ask questions. No, a yes or no question. I answered your yes or no question, and then it comes with something. When I ask you a question, a yes or no question, you're not even capable of answering a yes or no question. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I know myself, and I say I don't.
No, you say a yes or no. I will answer yes or no. I'm not going to shirk it, and then I'm going to add something to it. You can't even answer a yes or no. You start shirking from the beginning.
Okay, let's.
But it's okay. That's the difference between. Yeah. Let's forget it. Don't try it again.
Okay. Take a chill pill. Triangle. So let's keep the tone where it was. Don't escalate.
You asked me a question. I answered it.
Okay. I learned my lesson. I'm not gonna ask you a question. Okay.
Good. So this is the 5th time we talk. By now, you should know.
So, yeah. So again, you're bringing up. They should hand in their leaders because they started the war. I'm just telling you, no, we did not start the war.
They're not leaders. They're hostage takers.
No, that's not how.
We want to liberate the people of Tigray. No, you understand it from abroad, from Toronto. And I'm telling you, the people of Tigray are hostages right now. That's the only way I understand it.
Hold on.
From Toronto, it looks like the people. No, but I'm telling
you. Yes, from Toronto, because I speak to the Tigray diaspora.
Yeah. How many people, how many relatives do you have among the fighters?
I don't need to have any relatives.
How many? Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I'm not from Tigray. Like, how many times?
You don't. So you don't have any family members. You don't have anybody. How come none of your friends who are here, the Salaminas, the Dr. Martas, the Maazas, and all your friends that you talk to in those closed rooms, because I have people that listen to you and come and talk to me, all these people, how come none of you have family? Charinnat, the son of the number 2 at the Kenyan embassy, at the Ethiopian embassy in Kenya. I'm not deflecting. I'm asking you a direct question. It's a question.
It's a question. Taking my
what am I deflecting? Tell me what.
You're interrupting me, man.
No, you said deflecting. What am I deflecting?
What am I deflecting? Because you're interrupting my thought process.
Interrupting is deflecting?
You're interjecting your stupid
arguments. Okay. Sorry. All right. No, you see, you go ahead.
Well,
you're the smart one. Go ahead.
You interrupted me.
No, then don't ask question again.
I didn't ask you a question this time. So, again, why would you expect them to hand over leaders that they consider...
Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions.
No.
Why is the question? Don't ask questions.
It's a rhetorical question. I don't need your answer. It's for me to make my point. Like, take it easy. Don't hit the mic button. Like, just keep your fingers away from that mic button. So, why would you expect the Tigrayan people? It's not a question. Why would you expect them to hand over leaders that fought for them? You're saying that, Getachew Redda is hiding, blah, blah. No, he was not hiding in a cave. He suffered. For those 8 months, Mano, tell me which other person did that for their people. Okay? Against all odds, they managed to survive this. So their people consider them to be heroes. So thinking that they will hand them over to you is ridiculous. That's not going to happen. Because as far as they know, you guys have done horrible, horrible things to them that none of them ever did over the last decades. So why would you think that they think your demands are fair and justified? That's not going to happen. So we know this. Somebody that's pragmatic knows this is impossible. So why are we wasting time on something that's not going to happen right now? Why are we saying, oh, it's okay, let Surafel starve to death because they did not hand over Getachew Reda. I want to get, or otherwise Surafel bye die. You know what? Surafel ብቻ አይደለም ብዙ ናችሁ. Please keep on dying because I want Getachew Reda. I want Getachew Reda. Why are you so obsessed about Getachew Reda? Why are you so obsessed about Debrecen? What would it doesn't make sense. We are, this is not politics. This is stupidity. This is fascism. This is being, irresponsible. And this is unethical. It doesn't make sense what you're demanding. And the other thing is, I'm so glad that they had their election because they showed to you that these are the people that they want them to lead. That they want to be led by. Sorry. The people already told you, hey, we don't trust you. We don't trust you. Abi, you're playing around with Isaias too much. We don't feel safe. You call us Sagreluwut, you call us Yekanjib. You're cutting off our budget. You killed our, chief of staff. Blah blah blah. We don't trust you. So we're gonna we will re-elect TPLF. That's what they did. And now, because they had that election, you punished them. You brought hell to them, and you still want them to give you their leaders? They didn't do it before the war. What makes you think they'll do it now? Like, man, who are we kidding? Can we afford to fool ourselves? Do we have the luxury to pretend this is it's a normal conversation to have? Let them give us Getachew Reda, or else we'll keep the food. No convoy allowed. Like, how can we talk like this? This is the definition of fascism.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Okay, define it. What is it then?
No, we're not going to go into definitions. Let's finish up.
Okay, so the other thing you said that I did not dismiss the atrocities. Good for you. You're saving your soul if you did not dismiss it. But the Ethiopian government dismissed 90% of the atrocities that happened in Tigray. To this day, they don't acknowledge there's famine. They blame other people, external countries, of fabricating this narrative. So yeah, good. You may acknowledge it, TriangleMan, but the Ethiopian government, the entity that the entire international community is begging to allow aid in, doesn't even acknowledge that the Tigrayans are suffering. No, they don't acknowledge that at all. And one way to prove it for anybody is to go and check domestic media outlets and give me one single media outlet that talks about the human suffering in Tigray. None. Those that dare to do so, they are in jail. The journalists are in jail, or they've been threatened. They can't even talk about it. So let's not fool ourselves. I'm done for now.
Thank you, God. All right. You saw how passionate she got when we asked for the TPLF leaders to give themselves up. She was much more passionate about that topic than little Surafel and the many thousands of Surafels dying. The leaders of the TPLF started this war on November 4th. The leaders of the TPLF did not want to acknowledge, after being in power for 27 years, exploiting the people of Ethiopia. People who say they represent only 6% of the population, but controlling 100% of every military, 70% of the military, 100% of the politics, 100% of the economy. They lost. When they lost for the TPLF equality, to be treated like every other group, to be treated like every other ethnic group, every other state, as per the Constitution, was considered an insult. Equality was an insult to the TPLF. So they started conniving and preparing for this war. On November 3rd, they attacked the Northern Command. The Northern Command, the only thing between Ethiopia and Eritrea. Tigrayan members of the Northern Command, helped by the special forces of Tigray, went in and killed members of the Northern Command that were not Tigrayan sleeping in their beds. That's how the war started. Sekou Touré, formerly of the TPLF, the not so late Sekou Touré, 24 hours, not even 24 hours, acknowledged, he said, we attacked the Northern Command in a lightning strike and destroyed it within 45 minutes. Proudly. That was confirmed, and I'll put up the information later on if you guys want.
Can I share a link about that while you're talking?
No. You wait for your turn. Because your link, you put it when you talk, not when I talk. So they went ahead. And this is something that's been acknowledged even by Feldman, who was on TMH with Maaza, whatever her name is, a month ago, told her, you are the one, the TPLF is the one that started. And he was not contradicted by Maaza, your friend Maaza, the one you have meetings in closed rooms every day. So, the TPLF provoked this war. There is a difference between the people of Tigray and the TPLF. We say it, we, the Ethiopian people, we, the Amhara people and the Afar people say, the people of Tigray are our brothers and sisters. TPLF is a party. TPLF is a bunch of thieves, murderers, vampires that will disappear tomorrow. But the people of Tigray are the people we're going to live with. The proof. All the way until TPLF came in each town, Tigrayans were living there in every town that they conquered. You go to Dese, up until the TPLF came, there were Tagarus there. You go to Abala, in Abala. I'll tell you the story of Abala. What happened on December the 13th? For a year and a half, there were people in Abala, Tagarus, while Galikoma, people were being murdered, the school with 200 kids. 200 kids. I'm not saying Afar kids, children. They could have been a Tigrayan, they could have been anything else. They're children at the end of the day. When they were killed, still nobody, 50 kilometers from Makale, not one Tagaru was hurt in Abala. Abala is the city in all of Afar state that has the most Tagarus. Abala is literally at the border of Tigray and Afar. People from Makale used to come all the way to Abala to take money out and to make calls in Afar. And Afars would pretend they didn't see. Why? Because we're mixed, because we're the same. We made a difference between the people of Tigray that would come, call their families, get money, get food, and the TPLF criminals. We're not the ones saying it. Tseday is the one saying TPLF and Tigray is the same. Why? Because she's a cadre. For cadres, as much as possible, they want the TPLF to hide behind the people of Tigray.
Please define cadre.
Cadre is someone like you that has no empathy, will work for the TPLF no matter what, that will put the TPLF above everything else, that would not care if the people of Tigray are dying, the children of Tigray are dying, using the parents of Surafel and the children and people like Surafel for the sake of Getachew Redda and Debretsion and Argan. You care more about them and the party than you care about the people of Tigray. This is why you will never condemn the TPLF for anything. You will find any reason. Now, you talk of the TPLF not starting this war, and you're saying the government of Ethiopia. I remember the Prime Minister of Ethiopia coming on TV saying the atrocities were committed by Ethiopian troops and Eritrean troops. I remember that. I don't remember, though, at any point, any one of your leaders saying atrocities were committed by the TPLF, whether in Afar or in Amhara. But I do remember the Prime Minister of Ethiopia going out of his way and saying, yes, atrocities were committed. He acknowledged it. He acknowledged it. And he said anybody that did it will be held responsible. That is more than any one of your leaders has ever acknowledged. And he said both Ethiopian troops and Eritrean troops. Now, your leaders, though, at no point, when they had the opportunity, you're asking me, oh, these people that fought for you. Look at the picture. This is a picture of Debretsion from 2 months ago. Does this look like a person starving? Little Surafel is starving. Little Surafel is starving. Look at Debretsion. Look at that picture that I just put up. Look at all of them. Look how relaxed they look. Look
Have
at
you
them.
seen the ENDS
Look at them.
generals?
Does any one of these guys look starving? This is from 2 months ago. This is from November. Look at little Surafel. The blockade, the food, everything else, it's not for little Surafel.
That's
it's
not
for
an
these people.
argument
I'm
I
not
would
done.
expect from an
I'm not
educated
done.
person.
I'm not done. I'm not done. Don't expect anything. Don't expect, because the last time you expected, you ran out of the room. So keep quiet. Look at them. Look at Debretsion. Look how fat he is since he came out. Look at him from the beginning of the war, what he looked like, and look at him in November. And then you're telling me in November, little Surafel was starving. Somebody somebody send me a picture of little Surafel, please. Please send me a picture of little Surafel, just so we can contrast. Please. And at that time, little Debretsion was not asking for the blockade to be removed. Little Debretsion and little Getachew and little Tzadkan were talking about how they're going to go all the way to Addis Ababa. Little Gabra Maskal, or Gabra whatever his name is, the guy who paints his hair and whatever, Count Dracula, is not asking. When he was in DC at the National Press Club, all he was asking for is a plan, a Marshall Plan with Donald Yamamoto and the others. He never said, please remove. If your own leaders are not even asking for the blockade to be removed, why are you hating us?
They did ask many times.
They never asked for it up until the blockade was on. They could have, when they came to Dese, they could have said, you know what? We will not make 1 inch. This is the whole thing about negotiations. Look at us. We are controlling all of your territory. We are all the way to Addis Ababa, 200 kilometers. We are within Afar territories.
Can I challenge you here?
Keep quiet. Here's the opportunity. We will remove ourselves, or we will not make 1 kilometer, one centimeter if you remove the blockade. No, there's no government. Arkan says there's no government. We'll not negotiate. What's his name? The other guy. Not Getachew Redda. This guy, Debretsion, says, hey, you have 2 options, either to surrender or to die. That is the only thing they said. And they never cared. They never cared about the blockade. They never cared to have the blockade removed. The only thing they cared about is to get all the way to Addis Ababa. And what did Getachew Redda say? The Americans were telling us how to control Addis Ababa, how to get in. They are the ones who told us. They are this, they are that. That's what he was saying. So you came all the way from Mekelle to Dese because the Americans told you? When the Ethiopian government said, you know what, we will provide you with a humanitarian ceasefire, you laughed at it. You're saying that we laughed at your pain. You laughed at us. You laughed at us. You said, look at them, those cowards. Those cowards, look at them. They're running away. Sertawi Fikfaga, strategic retreat. Oh, it's because they're afraid of us. No, he gave you a chance, and you didn't take it. So when the Ethiopian government left all of Tigray, instead of saying, okay, this is good, we control 100% of Tigray. No, you had to come into Afar. Okay, you want to remove the blockade from Afar. How do you do it? By raping, murdering, and killing. You want to remove the blockade in Amhara. How do you do it? You go by raping, murdering, and killing. You want to talk about conscience. You want to talk about conscience. You should be ashamed of yourself. I talk about the pain of Tagaru mothers, Afar mothers, and Amhara mothers. I talk about the pain of Gambella and Oromo mothers that lost soldiers, their sons going and dying there. By the way, again, anybody that Aksumite, you're going to be blocked. I told you, nobody requests to come up. Not in the mood. And these people, you say that they died for the people of Tigray? What did they do? How did they fight? How did they fight? November 3rd, they organized the attack on the Northern Command. Then they took their families and then ran straight to the mountains, leaving the people behind. Debrecen, Tzadkan, Wadi Radda, Getachew Radda were hiding in the mountains for what? 3, 4 months? 5 months? They were hiding. How did they fight? They didn't do anything. They hid. They waited. They waited in the mountains. They didn't protect the cities. They didn't protect the towns. They didn't protect the women and the children. They sat there. They hid. They hid. When Wayani came into Afar, my people didn't say, hey, let's go to the desert and hide. Let them go into the cities. No. They died right at the border. They died fighting the Wayanis. They blocked the Wayanis from coming in. They blocked your people, your Wayani, your TPLF people to coming into our cities and murder and kill our women. They didn't hide. Our leaders didn't go and hide. Let me tell you a quick story, man. Let me tell you a quick story. Do you know what it is about heroes? The brave ones and the heroes, they always die first. When they say survival of the fittest, it means survival of people like Debrecen, Getachew Radda, and Tzadkan. The cowards are always the ones that survive. They send in the heroes, they send in the braves, they send in the children of others to die. And then the Tzadays, the Ma'azas, the Martas, the Alula Salomons, the Stalins, the Cherinnat, all these guys survive. That's what it means. Darwinism, this is Darwinism at its best. Survival of the fittest. They have nobody among the fighters because they made sure that none of their family members are fighting. They made sure that all of their family members are comfortable, either in America, in Europe, in Addis Ababa, in the so-called concentration camps, in Kenya, in Dubai. I know that for a fact because I have friends among them. And then they talk big. And they say, oh, they will never give up. A true Tagaro will say, give yourself up. Enough. We have died for you. We have brought you to the forefront. We have suffered for you. We have done everything for you. Now maybe it's your time to sacrifice for yourself. Go ahead. Give yourself up. You failed. You gambled and you failed. But no. As long as people like you are around to protect them, as long as cadres like you are around to protect them, to speak for them, as long as they have the money to buy the Hopewells and the Goodlucks and the Martins and the Peter Kuznins and the Deep Borats and all these people, they will survive. For me, as much as I hate the TPLF, if it means peace for Ethiopia, if it means peace for Tigray and peace for Afar, you can have your leaders. Let them leave the country. Let them leave. Go. Go, go. This is what you want, no? Go to Dubai. Go to America. Let them join you in Toronto. Have your fun over there.
That's inappropriate.
Let them have their fun. Appropriate. Don't talk about appropriate cadre. Don't talk about appropriate cadre. Know your place. The fact is, if they want to leave, I swear to God, I've said it before in another space and it's recorded. If it means peace in Tigray and peace in Afar and peace in all over Ethiopia, I will wash the feet of Getachew Radda myself. I will wash the feet of that fat pig for the sake of Ethiopia. If it means the choice between his life and little Surafel, I will put myself down and I will wash. You would rather sacrifice little Surafel for the sake of Getachew Radda. That's the difference between you and I. Go ahead, Kadri.
All right, thank you. So I think this will be my last round, and then you can entertain your audience because I'm sure they want you to dance circles around me, right? So I'll leave the stage for that.
Mission accomplished.
No, not at all.
Okay, then you have to stay.
Oh, I don't care. I can stay. I have
okay,
no
stay.
The truth is on my side.
Yes, stay. Do you know that the Nazis, they used to have right on their belt, Gott ist mit uns. It means God is with us. So yeah, everyone like you always thinks that the truth is on their side.
Well, it is on our side. Okay, so I have my notes. I didn't want to forget the points I forgot earlier. So you said that they didn't fight, that they they run away. Manamen. That's
actually the story is Getachew Redda was hiding behind corpse for 3 days straight.
Okay.
3 days straight, Getachew Redda was hiding behind bodies. Chances are that fat bastard was eating them too.
Okay, very interesting. No, yeah, mic off. Thank you. Please don't interrupt me. So they, the reason they didn't stay in the cities is because they wanted to protect human lives and not cause human suffering. So they did what any wise leader would do. They took the war out of any urban areas, and that was the right decision. In fact,
did it work? Did it work?
Yeah, it did work.
But isn't that when the women were raped?
From
But the women in Makale were still raped and murdered.
What? Yeah, by shot.
Isn't that what you say? So, it didn't work then. So on November 3rd, they attacked the Northern Command, and then they decide to go to the mountains, but they leave the women and children in Makale.
Okay. Do you want me to?
So who was protecting the women and children in Makale?
Hold on.
Who was protecting, according to your own logic? Who was protecting the women and children?
I can bring you a video. Don't interrupt me.
Who was protecting?
Don't ask your questions. It's my turn to make my points. It's not your time to.
Are you going to run away after this, or are you going to stay?
I'm not going to run away from you. I'm not
Who was protecting the women and children?
If I had you in front of me, I would have punched you in the nose like a million times by now. So,
you're too short for that.
Okay, so that's what you think. Anyways, so yeah. Let me focus, please.
Why the violence though? Why the violence though?
Because I have so much anger at fascists.
Why?
Because you're a fascist, man, and
my people are being killed. How am I fascist?
You're lecturing me about Nazi Germany.
How my people are being killed? How am I fascist?
Mini Hitler.
A mini Hitler.
Yeah, you are one of them.
Why?
Because you don't care. You think you.
I just told you I care about the people of Tigray. How am I?
You do not care. You're the last person who cares. Okay.
You care more about Getachew than anyone else.
No, I don't. Okay, let me make my point, and then you can interject a million times. But there are 3 points I want to make. So they didn't do it because and guess what? They could have reached Addis Ababa like this, okay? But they didn't want to go into cities, bomb cities along the way and reach Addis Ababa because that wouldn't solve anything. That would have caused more human suffering and the entire population rejecting them. They didn't want that. They assumed that by the time they were reaching Amhara towns and cities, that the Amhara people would have known what has happened to Tigray, that they would have been made aware that Shabia did all this, that Abiy Ahmed, the Biltzigina party, did all that. They were hoping that people would be made aware that at the same time, political elites and everybody would come back to their senses.
Wait a minute. So they were going into those areas to tell people about what happened in Tigray? No. So it was an information tour?
No, they were asking I can go pull up my Twitter archives. I have so many of those.
You're smart enough to say.
Oh, don't interrupt, because they were saying, please do not resist us. We're not after you. We just want to go after the person that...
Please do not resist us. That's what you say to a rape before you rape her. Please do not resist me.
Hold on. Listen, there could be bad apples, right? In any... especially when it's a popular resistance in this sense, because with all the atrocities that happened, people that saw their own family members raped or killed, young people.
So you're justifying rape, basically.
I'm not justifying rape.
Then what are you saying?
I'm not justifying rape.
You sound like you're justifying rape. You're saying because people have seen. No. I just want to make sure. So you're saying basically because you've had, but you're saying if women have been raped, someone who has seen his sister raped, you're kind of justifying. Then what are you saying?
No, please, I didn't say that, and I really don't want to raise my voice. I don't need that. So I'm not saying that. There's no reason I would say that. That's insane. Why would anyone say that? Okay, so don't just...
You just did.
I didn't say that. So what I said is, I'm not denying there could have been war crimes that happened, right? I'm not denying that. And I want it to be investigated. But that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is, don't just think that it's defeat that made them return back to Tigray region, okay? It's more than that. It's, the pressure from the foreign actors, such as the US, and the fact that they received absolute resistance, and they didn't want to cause much more damage because it wouldn't serve their purpose. The second point I wanted to make is you said that you lied actually, and I find that very dishonest of you, but you probably don't care because you're not using your name.
Get to the point. Get to the point.
Tomorrow you're going to shut down the
Get to the point so I can run circles. Go ahead.
The point is you said that they didn't tell what they wanted. No, they did. In fact, I can even share to because it's my turn when I'm talking. I'm just anybody that wants to check this, go on Getachew Redda's, scroll down, and look at the timeline. Quick quiz, Triangle. When was the ceasefire declared? Which months? Quickly. I don't think you know that.
You want me to answer?
Yeah.
But then don't get disappointed.
I know you don't know it because I've heard you before and you made a mistake.
I'll say around June.
Okay, so
am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong?
You're right, but you made a mistake.
Wait. Then you have to apologize to me because you said you don't think I know it. Apologize.
No, I won't, man.
No, because you lied. Then you just lied.
Like, who do you think you are? You're not the.
No, you just said instead of just asking a simple question. Instead of asking a simple question,
and then you can demand these things.
You just said I don't think you know, right? And you were wrong as usual. So maybe you should apologize for being wrong.
Okay.
If you're wrong about this, what else are you wrong about, Kadri?
There you go.
Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Am I right? It was June, right?
Make
June
a speech. Yeah.
Was it June 20? Was it June 21? Okay, so circle complete. Circle complete.
Quick fingers, you could have searched it by Google by now, so don't give me the date. Okay, it's too late now.
So
I wanted the answer.
You think I got in Google in like half a second?
Let's move on.
So you messed up. You were wrong.
Okay, I'm wrong. I apologize.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, moving on. You're
what do you want me to do?
Enough. I'm a magnanimous God. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so so I asked you that question to help the audience. Go scroll back and check the tweets from Getachew Redda after June. So the first tweet that comes in end of June, because the ceasefire was declared, quote unquote ceasefire June 28 or June 27, June 28. So the first tweet from Getachew Redda, July 4, 2021, says statement of the government of Tigray on conditions for negotiated ceasefire. Okay, and you guys can go read it. Clearly, point number 3 allows a unimpeded delivery of humanitarian aid to the people, blah, blah, blah. And also, point 4, the people of Tigray must have full access to all forms of services, electricity, telecommunication, blah, blah, blah. And this has been repeated many times. You just need to go and check his profile. I'm so glad that he's on Twitter because his Twitter archives tell the full story. Okay, so Triangle, please do not lie. Let's stick to facts. Okay, my third point.
Sorry, you're talking about Getachew?
I was talking about Getachew Redda, yes.
So Getachew Redda is basically your paragon of truth and... Okay. I apologize. You're right. I apologize. I was wrong. I will go and reread and do my homework and read everything from Getachew Redda before I say anything.
Yes,
sorry.
Just for the record. It's
my turn. It's my turn to let me prostern myself in front of this amazing logic.
Yes. And just to tell everybody in the room, Triangle did not know about Surafel. I had to educate him about Surafel. When I educated him about Surafel the first time, he told me he was a Yemeni boy. So no, you don't do your homework. No, you don't do.
Is he Tagaru? Is he Tagaru?
And I was able to prove that with the story.
Is he Tagaru? Is he Tagaru?
Yes, he's Tagaru. He was.
I wonder how Getachew Asafa is getting fatter and little Surafel is starving. If
you can ask your
Getachew Redda
fan club here.
No, I'm just wondering how come Getachew Redda is getting
food
can
compare
and maintaining his weight, and this boy. Don't you find it strange though? Don't you find it strange though? Again, don't you find it strange though, as a human being?
Why don't you show me your bellies and we can have a conversation about that?
I'm not in Tigray. I'm not hiding behind little Surafel.
Okay, let me go to my... I have 2 more points left and then you can do whatever you want after that. So, the second
But don't run. Don't hide.
Nope. Concentration camp, what an interesting subject. I remember on Clubhouse many weeks ago when you were denying this and you were calling me a liar. But then the Prime Minister slapped you in the face a few days ago when he actually admitted that it was happening and he blamed it on the residents of Addis Ababa.
Pin it.
Are you going to apologize
Pin it. I want to see it. I want to see what the Prime Minister says. There's concentration camps in Addis Ababa.
Okay, my dear friends, my Tagaru friends in the audience of Triangle did not block you. Please send me the video.
Please send her. You've had 4 days to get prepared. Go ahead. By the way, I put up Ethiopia's leader says atrocities reported in Tigray war news. I just put it up.
What? Ethiopia's leader?
Yeah.
Oh, please don't even go there. Thank you. That would be my fifth point. Are you stupid to even put this as an argument? Okay,
I did not insult you. I did not insult you. I could call you a lot of names and they're very easy.
You've called me a cadre.
No.
Cadre is the
stupid and cadre is too. Cadre is a profession.
What's worse?
Cadre is a profession. Cadre is a profession.
Okay. The fact that
stupid is an insult. Do you want to go? Do you want to go that way? Because it's easy.
I'm going to call you cadre. Sorry, cadre triangle.
Please, okay.
Yes, cadre triangle. Are you? I'm not going to go there. I was going to ask you for which party do you work?
Let's say I'm from the Triangle Party. So as you can see, what I just put up is Ethiopia's leader.
No, don't hijack it.
You said you wanted to be read.
You pinned a link when it was my time, so it's
okay. Then you read it.
I don't need to read it, man.
It's uncomfortable.
I'm not gonna say that word. Thank you so much for doing this because it's ridiculous. Are you kidding me? Do you know what the Prime Minister did?
This is from March 23rd, by the way.
March 23rd. Okay. Yeah. Go and check what the Prime Minister, the speech he made end of November.
Okay, can you bring up where he says concentration camp?
Oh my God, do your research, man. This is...
No, you said my Tagaru friends are going to send it. So
they're going to send it, but you know what? I can't multitask. I do not have an assistant.
So you don't have it. I don't have an assistant either.
I have it. Chill. I have everything.
Okay, bring it up, please.
I'm not stupid. I have everything I back everything.
No, because you said that I'm a liar and you're going to prove it. So okay, can you please bring it up?
I'm sorry. It's just that I can't put things from my iPad.
So you don't have it. Okay.
I have it. Listen, what you're doing is I think you are an intelligence agent because you know why?
Intelligence being the operative word.
Whatever. I don't care. You know why? This is how Mossad agents, or other types of agents, disturb.
But aren't you checking your DNA recently and finding out that you're Jewish and you're asking for Israel to come and save you? So why are you insulting the Mossad now?
I'm shaming them actually, but that's a whole different.
But you were asking every
I'm not even going to go there.
You're asking every Tagaru.
You probably have Jewish DNA in your blood as well.
I actually do.
Just shut up, okay?
I actually do.
Yeah, so shut up.
No, I actually do. I did check.
I have no doubt.
But how is that a bad thing?
If we check, by the way,
is that a bad thing though? Are you an anti-Semite?
It's a great thing. If everybody could take a DNA result and one day we can post.
No, but the way you're saying it sounds like you're weaponizing my Semitism against me. I'm proud of my Jewish blood.
Yeah, you're doing exactly what
I'm proud of it.
Does. Yeah,
why?
Exactly.
What's it got to do with anything? It's just I have Arab blood, I have Afar blood, I have Tagaru blood, I have Igbo blood. I have a lot of blood. I found that out recently.
I was going to.
I'm very proud. I have Amhara blood. I have a lot of blood. What's the problem with that?
Yeah, so the concentration camps that you denied, you got humiliated. You should apologize for me.
Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up.
Okay, so I'm going to check my DNA.
You said the Prime Minister has slapped me in the face.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
You said the Prime Minister has slapped me in the face and that he has said that there are concentration camps. So bring it up right now.
That was the last point. Yeah, so he slapped you in the face so bad because one example I can give.
Bring it up.
Aksum massacre. Aksum massacre happened towards the end of November. And it's reported. I don't need to tell you. I can pin the link as well. How many people died? I, for a fact, know my colleague's childhood friend was killed in front of his mother, so it's not a lie. It definitely happened. It's a horrible atrocities that Ethiopians they still haven't done that. So በጣም ያሳፍራል. So Axum massacre, it happened, and then your prime minister, a day or 2 days later, went in front of
Prime
parliament.
Minister of Ethiopia.
Yeah, okay.
Tigray is part of Ethiopia, so the Prime Minister of Ethiopia.
The Prime Minister of Ethiopia went live on TV
and
in front
Tigray.
of Parliament and said that not a single civilian was killed, and he even listed out different city names, and Aksum was one of the cities mentioned on
When did he say that?
That was on the first Parliament speech after the war began, and that was on. One moment, I'm searching my Twitter. Sorry.
You need to change assistants. Your Tagaro assistants suck.
No, it's.
Do you know I have Tagaro assistants that don't like you, that are sending me information? Do you have Afar assistants? I seriously doubt it. Do you have Amhara assistants? You see, I have Afar, I have Amharas, I have Tagaros, I have everybody that don't like you. You don't even.
Nobody likes me, I know, and I'm fine with that.
How is she?
So, yeah, so I have everything. While you're
Where is it? You had 4 days. Do you know why I made it today? So to give you as much as possible information and possibilities to get ready. And here you are. The day of D-Day, and you're not ready.
You think I don't think you have children, okay? I'm
a single mother. How do you know? How do you know? Again, you want to be wrong again?
Okay, no, you definitely do not have children.
How do you know? Okay, how do you know?
Because
you speak categorically, and every time you speak categorically, you've been wrong. You remember when you said Aisha was corrupt, and then you had to apologize.
Okay,
and now you said,
guys,
be careful.
100. Do you want me to ask Frangle if he has kids? Give me 100.
What's it got to do with anything? What kind of?
Nobody cares. Okay.
No, it's not that they care. It's a stupid question.
Yeah, no, it's to show that you're insensitive. So
what's it got to do with anything? You're a mother, and you have no problem with girls and children being murdered in Afar and in Amhara and even in Tigray, and you're here as if because you're a mother suddenly gives you some kind of morality. That's who you are. You're a mother, and you say you don't acknowledge no mother will say that. You don't acknowledge then I won't acknowledge yours. You said that at the beginning of this conversation.
Yeah.
The fact you think it shields you, the fact that you're a mother shields you from any moral. You have a monopoly on morality.
No. Thank you for reminding me because
you have your children safe in Toronto, and people are dying over there, and you're coming up in here and trying to. By the way, I'm gonna block anybody that requests to come up. I'm not even going to question it. I'm blocking people, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm not in the mood.
I just want to apologize. I want people.
You apologize way too much.
No, hold on, not to you, man. To my Tagaro people.
But we don't. Oh, to your Tagaro people.
Hold on, I need to make a disclaimer.
So they're your people now. Like, what about the rest of us? Because all of the people of Tigray are my people.
Listen to
but
me.
You say my Tagaro people. Why?
Disclaimer. Listen, guys. The conversation I'm having today was TriangleMan. I'm trying to make him. Accept the humanitarian agenda. As you can see, he's not ready. Hold on, he's not even ready for that.
I accept it.
If you see me not pushing back on many
you failed.
He says,
you failed them.
Please forgive me.
You forgive her. She failed you.
This is not going to be
Dear Tagaro, dear chosen people, dear golden people, here is this man that is telling you that your person has failed you because it's not about the TPLF.
Okay.
I failed you because I care about the people of Tigray more than the TPLF. But you cadres living abroad who made sure, little Charannat, the son of the second in command at the Kenyan embassy, who said, my mom sent me away because there's going to be a war, and then pretending to be something else coming in our spaces. All y'all, Alula Salomon and Stalin, and all y'all living abroad, and that want the people of Tigray to suffer.
Sense.
I'm telling you, we are here for you. To the mothers of Tigray, we will liberate you. To mothers of Tigray, we will liberate you from these cadres, from these heartless vampires that have been ruling over you.
I want my time back.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you've
been.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. You've had enough of me. It's okay. And I see that you've had Desro inmate. I hope you're not talking about me. Okay, so I'm on your page.
You are the best thing that ever happened to me for the last, I don't know, maybe 27 years, to show what the TPLF is and what kind of creatures it produces. So please go ahead. I don't want you to
just shut up, man. Okay, so that's not even nice to say. So anyways, what I wanted to share was, oh yeah, on your page, this is what you say. You say you were replying to a guy and you were telling him, I'm just scrolling on your page, I can't find it. Okay, so you explain what happened in Afar region and how upset
Can you pin it? Can you pin it?
It's your tweet.
No, I know, but you're mentioning it so everybody can read it.
Man, I'm not good at spaces. I don't use spaces.
You have 80-something thousand people. You've been here for I don't know how many years. Send it to me. I'll pin it for you. I'll pin it for you. Send it to me.
FYI, my spaces started a few months ago. Thank you.
Oh, you have 80,000 people? Then, okay. My respect. My respect. Okay, go ahead. Send it to me, and I'll put it up there.
Okay, yeah, I don't see it. Maybe it's under your replies. I apologize. Okay, so yeah. So let me go back to my last point.
No, but what is it that I said? Like, why are you getting away from it? Like, I want you to mention what I said.
No, it's because you list out like the suffering you list out.
Yeah, so let's put it up for the people.
You itemize it. When it's Afar, you itemize it and you explain to people.
I want everybody to read it together. Like if you're trying to put me in a corner, right? I'm giving you the opportunity to put me in a corner.
If you have it in front of you, why don't you? Oh, okay,
I don't know which one you're talking about. I have like 900 tweets, woman.
I got it. So it says you're replying to Girma Gutierrez.
Can you please send it?
I'm using two devices, man. Just be patient.
Send it to me. Do you know how to like share?
Okay.
27 years in power and they didn't teach you. You were like this you were this like all women, you were this, you were that at tourism. You don't know how to share files.
I know. Isn't it sad?
God damn, man.
I'm old school. My brother called me
you were incompetent is what it was.
Yeah.
Overpaid and incompetent.
Don't even go there.
No.
Your auntie hired me, so shut up.
Yeah, well, she made a mistake.
Don't even go there.
She made a mistake. She made a mistake. I'll tell her next time you made a mistake. Okay, where is it?
Okay, I shared it. So in your message.
Oh, it's in my message? Okay. So
I think I shared it, yeah.
Okay. So let's do this. Where is it? I'm still waiting for it. Okay, so sent you a tweet. Simply. Yeah. This is from today, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, I want to hear your take on this. I'm going to put it up. I want to hear your take. And then I'm going to do my thing. Go ahead.
Okay, so, yeah, it's just, I want you to reflect on the way you answered. And you think invading our land, killing thousands of our people, including children, raping our women, destroying our health facilities, and burning our mosques is a simple thing? It's not about federalism. This is about a terrorist group called TPLF. So this is what you're responding, right? So when I read this is what the Tagarus have been saying for 8 months, right? So the reason I brought this up is because the way you reacted, it's natural, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were under attack. You felt that way.
How come you didn't read the question?
What question?
I'm replying, right? So there was a question. Don't you think it's a little bit dishonest of you to do that Qadri thing? Like, why don't you read the question first?
And
then you answer. But for the people though. For the people.
I didn't think I.
The question is right there. No, you should. If you're gonna read someone's answer, people you need.
Listen.
There's something called
Calm down.
Calm down. You brought this comment. You said this is what you said, but then you don't read the question.
Sure, I can read it.
Don't you think it's a little bit manipulative of you to try to do something?
Make a speech about this.
Okay, I won't make a speech. I'll let you do it.
Okay, the question is from Girma Gutama. Are the Afar elites ideologically realigning themselves with those of reactionary Amhara, blah, blah, blah? So,
Hey, there's no blah, blah, blah.
Okay, look at them. Or
No. You're being
leaders?
dishonest. Read the whole thing. Don't say blah, blah, blah. Read the whole thing properly. Have some respect for your audience.
Or they are just
Have some respect for your audience. Do you think your audience is stupid?
Listen.
Then read it properly. Blah, blah, blah is what you do with children.
I wake up at 6 a.m. every morning.
I don't care if you wake up. You asked for this time.
No, man, let me make my point.
Okay. Do you want me to read it for you then?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read it. So you brought it up, okay? So this guy, Girma Gutama, trademark for whatever reason. He says, recap question. Recap misspelled, as usual. Are the Afar elites...
It means a triangle man.
May I read?
He's a real triangle man. That's why TM is there for.
May I finish this? Recap questions. Are the Afar elites ideologically realigning themselves with those of reactionary Amhara, or they're just tuning to Latter's, it's not even properly, Latter's rhythms and rhetoric simply because TPLF expanded the war to the region after June last year? We thought they were for federalism earlier. I'll read it again. Are the Afar elites ideologically realigning themselves with those of reactionary Amhara, or they're just tuning to latest rhythms and rhetoric simply because TPLF expanded the war to the region after June last year? We thought they were for federalism earlier. TriangleMan responds, simply, quote unquote, you think invading our land, killing thousands of our people, including children, raping our women, destroying our health facilities, and burning our mosques a simple thing? This is not about federalism. This is about a terrorist group called TPLF.
You should open up a book reading spaces. You have a good voice for that.
The first question is this man, because I'm going to give him the context you refuse to give them. So this gentleman says, what is wrong with these Afars? Yes, TPLF did expand the war in their region. Simply. It's just a simple thing. They just expanded. What's the problem? But this is about federalism. And I said, you come to our land, you kill our people, you murder our women, you rape our women, you kill our children, and this is just a simple thing. No, this is not about federalism. Let me finish.
It was my
Let me finish. No. So my response to this guy is, so you say like coming into our land is just a simple thing. This is about just federalism. Like you come and murder our women, burn our mosques, kill our children, and just a simple thing for you. And you don't understand why we're resisting to this terrorist group called TPLF that has shelled our cities and murdered our people and killed our women and raped our women. That's my answer. But I would like to hear her take on this. So why did you mention this?
Thank you
Solomon,
so much.
you're getting blocked and removed because you dared to come and request to come up. There you go.
Maybe the new people coming in don't know about your rules.
I don't care. They need to be informed. Everybody's getting punished. So go ahead. So why did you request this to come up? What is the point of my answer? Can you please?
We need to know your name so that you never run for Prime Minister in Ethiopia. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Steve.
The reason I pointed this, and I'm so happy that you did all the dramatic tone, voice, yeah.
Get to the point, woman.
My point is, this is exactly what you're denying to the Tigrayan.
Get to the point too.
No, okay. Put yourself on on mute. And the point is, this is how a Tigrayan would read it. When people deny their suffering and the atrocities that happen and the massacres and the starvation, this is how they respond.
How?
Simply, you think invading our land, killing thousands of our people, including children, raping our women, destroying our health facilities, and burning our mosques, a simple thing? This is not about the
We shouldn't say that?
This is about, Sharia. This is about...
So we shouldn't... So what you're saying is, this person who's an Oneg... So this man who's an Oromo Onegro supporter is telling me, why are you resisting to the TPLF? And I cannot tell about the things they did to us, right?
When I brought this...
Wait. You're saying that we should not talk about this.
I'm not saying anything.
We should not talk about the atrocities of the TPLF in our land. No. But you're saying, you brought this up. You
I
brought
didn't
this
say
up.
anything.
So
Let me
you're
say what I wanna
saying
say.
that the Afar people should not mention all the atrocities that have been done to them.
I haven't said a single thing.
And
so
a
you're telling
TPLF
me
and
you're
a
saying
Tagaru
this.
and a Tagaru is going to be offended that we mention that they came and murdered and raped our women. That's what you're saying. Your golden people,
rushing.
are going to be.
Slow down, Triangle. Listen, first of all, why are you saying? You're saying this. You're saying this. I haven't even said anything. I just
You said what? Like you think you invaded? You said a Tagaru would read this. First of all, you're not Tagaru, so you can't speak for Tagarus.
Okay.
You can't speak for Tagarus. Know your place and stay in your lane. You said that you're a cadre, right? So do your cadre thing. You can't speak for Tagarus.
You know why you
I know
got
Tagarus
angry?
better than you.
You know why I got angry? I got you, man. That's why
You got me.
pissed.
Of course you got me. You got me a long time ago. You got me. Why do you? Why? Of course I'm going to be angry.
Why are you changing your tone right now? Don't change your tone.
Of course I'm angry.
Don't get angry because
why? Why not?
The point I made.
Why not? Why shouldn't I be angry when the TPLF comes to my land and murders our people? I should be happy.
You should be angry, right?
I should be proud.
Hold on, Triangle. This is the point I'm making. Yes, you got angry when
I shouldn't. What you're saying is I shouldn't be angry.
I don't say these things.
I should be proud. I should be happy.
You're putting words into my mouth.
Then why? How did you get me?
Observe yourself. You're putting words into my mouth. You didn't let me finish.
You just said. I got you because you're angry. Why wouldn't I be angry at the thought of TPLF coming into my land and murdering our women and children? Why wouldn't I be angry?
When I said I got you, you got angry, I didn't mean your anger vis-a-vis what happened to Afar. I meant to say the way you reacted to me reading it in the Tigrayan version.
No, you're insignificant. Don't.
No.
I'm angry at the thought. No, you are insignificant.
I feel there's a misunderstanding. I'm clearing.
No, there's always an understanding between you and me. You go ahead.
Hold on. So the reason I brought, you know what? That word doesn't mean anything to me. So you're just wasting your time. So the reason I mentioned this, your own tweet, is because, yes, you do have the right to be angry, TriangleMan, but you're denying the Tigrayans the right to be angry. Okay, when Shabia came, when they were being killed, hold on.
I accept it. Ask me the question directly. Ask me. It's a yes or no question.
No.
TriangleMan, are you happy or are you angry that Shabia came?
Don't force me to.
It's a yes or no question.
No, it's my time to conduct this.
Okay, go ahead and Kwacho, because you've been controlling the conversation. Let me have mine then.
Yes, but I'm in
Get to the point. Yes. Don't hide behind your womanhood. Don't hide behind your womanhood. Stop.
You're
Stop. You're very. Stop. No, it's you. It's because it's Tseday I'm talking to, not a woman.
No, let me make my point.
Get to the point and finish it because
I really want to finish it.
Go ahead.
Tired, man.
Get to the point. Get to the point.
Okay, can you just don't say anything, please. Don't say anything. So, Anta. So sorry, I wish I could say it in Amharic, but I can't. I think I can express my anger better that way. So you are telling the Tigrayans that let me read this again. Whose land was invaded, whose people were killed in thousands, including their children, whose women were raped in thousands, whose health facilities were destroyed, over 80% of it, whose first mosque was bombed, whose first monastery was bombed, whose holy city, was violated and desecrated, and many people were massacred. Not just that, I'm just giving you the tip of the iceberg. There were over 260 documented massacres that happened over 8 months span in Tigray. You have the right to be angry, TriangleMan, but you're telling the Tigrayans not to be angry. You're gaslighting.
Where does I say that?
Hold on.
Where do I say that? You have to point it out.
It's a rhetorical. I'm making my point.
No, there's no rhetorical.
Listen, But I'm your triangle. Let me tell you.
Okay, you need to finish this. You need to finish this.
No, hold on, triangle.
You need to finish this because Russian yawarich. I'm telling you. Russian yawarich. You're making an embarrassment out of yourself. Oh shit, you're right. You're doing a great job. Go ahead.
I'm old enough to.
But I should just finish it, man.
Okay. For the record, but I'm Rudy Jonker. I want
just
you to
get to the. Aren't you stupid? So get to the point, man.
No. Okay, you could be tired. Let me
just get to the point. We can do this with you or without you. Just finish it, please.
Okay, just kick me out if you want.
I'm not kicking you out. Just finish.
I'm telling you, do not interrupt me.
Finish. Finish. Just finish. Just get to the point. La hawlillah ya Rabb. Please, can you please finish this?
No. Let me just stop interrupting me. Jesus. So, እና እነሱ angry ሆነው መናደድና ራሳቸውን ተዋክተው ማዳን አልነበረባቸውም እነሱ አይደለ? They were supposed to just በቃ መገደልና መሞት ነበረባቸው ራሳቸውን ዲፌንድ ሳያደርጉ ሲስፋየር አደረግን የተባሉት ተደብድበው ተባረው ነው የወጡት ወጣው እኛን እንዴት እንደዚህ አድርጋችሁ አዋረዳችሁን
English
No, this is my last point. I have the right to finish this in Amharic, please. Okay? Becca, that's it.
We want our international people to hear this.
What international people, man?
There are a lot of international people here who don't speak English. Marina, go ahead, please.
So you're denying them the right to be angry. You're denying them the right to mourn. You're denying them the right to share what happened to them to the entire world. You're denying them the right to eat. You're denying them the right to have access to clean water. You're denying them the right to have access to health care. You're denying them the right to move around. You're denying the newborns, the surafils, the ones that were born after this war started. You're denying them baby formula. And you have the audacity to just shuffle facts and fiction and disinformation and everything just to hide the fact that when I say you, it's not you, TriangleMan, but the entities that are starving Tigray. And when we bring this issue to create awareness, you call me cadre, you call me different names, and then you have the right, the audacity to be nasty to me, and then to talk to me in the tone you're talking to me. I told you last time, I want you to talk to me the way you talk to Obang. The day you do that, you're ready to be someone that can lead Ethiopia, or to someone that can say he believes in democracy.
Thank you.
Because so, no, just 10 seconds.
Okay.
Because you're enjoying being you, being Afar in a Western country. You can go anywhere you want. Nobody asks you who you are, what you are. You enjoy democracy. You know, I don't know if you live in America or in Europe, again, whatever, you know, you see people, different political parties coexisting, tolerating each other, even though they have different divisive agendas. You see all that, you enjoy all that. You talk about democracy, you talk about ancient Greece, ancient Egypt, blah, blah, blah. You talk
How do you know? How do you know? You're never in my rooms.
Leave that. It's okay. You talk all about.
Do you have a burner account?
Yes, I do have a burner account.
Okay. So you're one of my fans. It's okay. Go ahead. Can you please, give me any Laura? But there is no time limit. Again, the fact that you're kind of overextending yourself the more that's why I'm getting a little bit irritated.
The same way.
Because I gave you the opportunity. The selection the tower.
A second. The same way you have the right to be angry, I have the right to be angry.
All right. Thank you. All right. So you said you want to be treated like Obang? It's very hard to treat you like Obang. Do you know why? because Obang's family and friends were killed in front of him by the TPLF. Did you have your family killed by the TPLF? Did you?
How do you? Yes, I did. My family were not killed, but they were imprisoned. My family members.
No. I'm asking you, have you had your friends and family murdered in front of you like Obang did?
No, I don't.
Okay, then I cannot treat you like Obang.
Okay, I
cannot treat you like Obang.
Sure.
Because Obang went through an experience that very few people on this planet have gone through.
Okay.
And he went through that experience because of the people you support, called the TPLF, including Getachew Redda, Debretsion, and
Getachew Redda was not in charge.
Of course, listen, he's your man crush and the whole thing. Good. The fact is, the reason I'm not going to compare you or treat you like Obang, because Obang has gone through a tragedy that very few people have gone through in Ethiopia itself. To see his friends and families and people that he grew up in, and he's told his story. And now, how dare you even compare yourself to him? How dare you? 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 Compare yourself. Compare yourself. Everything is drama for you when you don't understand. You have a problem with human emotions. You have a problem with human interaction. This is why I think, I seriously think, I don't think you're a bad person. I think you have a lack of self-awareness. እንዴት አንቺ ከኦባንግ ጋር ራስሽን ኮምፔር ታደርጋለሽ?
I find it ironic.
እንዴት አንቺ ከኦባንግ ጋር ራስሽን ኮምፔር ታደርጋለሽ? Treat me like Obang. How can you be? How can you be? አይደለም።
Shut the hell up.
You see, here's a man. This is not about class. This is not about class. This is about experience. And you don't have. Here you are, trying to play all the tragedies and all the problems. And you see this happen, and little Surafel, and this and that. And then you want to compare you sitting in Toronto, you, a former cadre that was fired from the tourism minister, sitting here and compare yourself, and then you got fired, and then you got fired, and you got fired, and now you got fired, and then you got fired, and you got fired, and you got fired, and now you want to compare yourself. You want to compare yourself. You want to compare yourself to Obang. You want to compare yourself to Obang. Anchi.
I gave you why. I gave you an explanation, my logic on why I mentioned Obang.
No, know your place, woman.
I didn't do it.
Know your place. Okay? Know your place, Kadri.
Okay.
Now, going back to the next point. You guys saw. Okay, somebody's requesting, somebody's going to get ejected. Thank you, and never come back again. Now, you said, look at... you say that the people of Tigray don't have a right. No, the people of Tigray have every right. Please hear me, people of Tigray. You have every right to complain about everything that happened. You have every right to complain about what happened to your children, about every boy and every son that was taken from his family and sent to the front to die so the TPLF could get all the way to Addis just to make a point and then come back. In the meantime, because of the drones, because of the soldiers, because of the counter-offensive, a lot of you people would never see your children. You have every right to complain. Our issue is you're complaining to the wrong people. You should complain to the TPLF that has been using you as cannon fodder, as bulletproof vest to get to power. And then when they missed it, they ran back to Mekelle hiding. They actually never left Mekelle, by the way. They never left Mekelle. These cadres that are abroad are playing defense for them. You have every right, people of Tigray, every right. If it happens from us, we apologize. And we will kiss your feet when the time comes. Any atrocities that was done by our sons and our daughters against you, they will pay for it. And we will hold them accountable. And my prime minister has acknowledged that. Did the people of TPLF acknowledge that? For the atrocities that they committed against your brothers and sisters in Afar, against your brothers and sisters in Amhara? Have they come out and said anything about it? Have any of these cadres come out and said, yes, this is wrong? TPLF, stop. Why are you hurting our Afar brothers and sisters?
Open the telephone lines now.
Why are you hurting our Muharram brothers and sisters? We're the same blood, the same people. Nobody. Tseday will never come up. Maza will never come up. Marta will never come up. Why? They made sure all of their family members are out. None of these people have any relative amongst the fighters. Have you ever heard Tseday say, my uncle is a fighter? My brother is a fighter. My brother is a fighter. Have you ever heard Marta say, my brother is fighting and I don't know where he is in Shifra? Thousands of your people have died in Shifra, in Mille, in Dase, in Bati. Thousands have died on the border in Abala. Thousands have died on every offensive.
Are starving.
How come any one of them don't come here and say, hey, where my brother is lost? I don't know where he is. My little nephew is lost. No. Now they talk about the people starving. 2 months ago, did they talk about the people starving? Did they say remove the blockade?
Check our tweets.
Did they say please remove the blockade? Did the leaders, should I listen to Tseday or should I listen to Tadkan who tells me there's no government, we will not negotiate? Should I listen to Marta or should I listen to Debretsion who says you have two options, either die
you can
or
listen
give yourself
to the
up?
people.
Who should I listen to? You said yourself. The people of Tigray are represented by these people. They have chosen them. They are the ones who speak for them. So who should I believe? You're contradicting yourself again. The TPLF was at the door of Addis Ababa. They say, "Khalas, we are ready. We are ready. Remove we are ready to negotiate with the government of Ethiopia. Remove the blockade." They never said. And on top of it, the blockade was not enforced everywhere. Abala, do you know where Abala is? It's 53 kilometers from Mekelle. It's on the Afar side. From Abala, it's the only town where you have Afars. By the way, this is the city that has the most Tagaros living in. The whole time, during the whole war, even after they killed 200 of our children, in Galikoma, not far from Abala, not one Tagaro was hurt there. Tagaros were still coming from Mekelle to call their families abroad, to get money from their families abroad. From Abala, Afar town, under Afar jurisdiction, up until the day the TPLF decided to attack and destroy Abala. The only place they had access to the logistics and supply chain that was coming, and the aid that was coming from Djibouti. TPLF itself attacked and destroyed Abala, not us. In the year and a half that we had a war, while they were murdering and killing and raping our women, we still allowed food and medicine to come through Abala. TPLF doesn't want that.
News.
Do you want prove it? Give me one article where it says that Abala has been closed before December 30th.
15%.
Bring one. It doesn't matter what it's not. We Afars don't control the percentage. Afars don't control the percentage of what comes in and out. Afar never blocked any truck coming in and out.
I didn't blame Afar.
Again,
I blame you.
No.
You.
Afar, stop. I'm here.
You're denying there is even a famine.
How am I denying? I'm saying there is a famine. What's wrong with you? Do you speak English?
Okay.
Do you speak English? Do you speak English?
You acknowledge there's
Do you speak English? Do you speak English?
I don't think I do.
Okay, then let me tell you, there is a famine in Tigray. There is atrocities in Tigray. There is murder in Tigray. There is a blockade on Tigray. I'm explaining to you why there is, and for some reason your cadre ears are having a problem translating it. I'm telling you that your leaders on December 13th, 14th attacked Abala, the only supply chain, the only place that food was coming in, blocked it and attacked Abala and destroyed Abala. The only place that was coming in, food was coming in through, and medicine was coming in through. And you say, oh, it's just 15%. Now
That's
0%.
not what the UN
and now,
says.
keep quiet. Now it's 0%. And now it's 0. It used to be 15% now, and you're blaming me? You're blaming me for TPLF attacking Abala and shelling Abala and making sure that nothing comes through there? What do you want? Do you want the Afar to still come through the shelling and bring you food? For a year and a half. You said fake news. I challenge you. I challenge you. The humanitarian corridor was only stopped after you attacked Abala on December 14th. Up until that time, and I challenge you, to bring up. I challenge you. Ask one of your Tagar. Ask one of your cadres that are here, your cadre friends, to pin anywhere where it says food has been blocked from Afar. I challenge you. There were disruptions.
That was my first link.
Bring it up. Where is it? Where is it? Let me read it. Let me read it. This one, allow access? Okay, let's read it.
No, the situation report, Northern Ethiopia.
From here? From the 14th?
Yeah, the latest.
After you attacked Abala, is what you attacked Abala in December, and you're telling me why nothing is coming after December? Is that what you're saying? From the start of the war, keep quiet, man. From the start of the war in November up until December 13th, food and medicine was coming through Abala. The only place.
At the beginning
the
of the
only thing
war,
the government said. The only thing the government said is, and we know why the TPLF is destroying Abala. We know. It is provoking on purpose a humanitarian disaster. So people like this cadre could come here. Because of this, it is happening. They have attacked Abala. The only place that food and medicine.
Report, that's fake news.
Bring it up. Do you want to read it? I'll read it. I'll bite. But then don't apologize. Okay, so.
Do you think I would believe an anonymous triangle over the UN report?
Keep quiet. Let me read this. All right. Dozens of civilians reportedly killed in Tigray to a series of airstrikes. Okay.
That's a long one. Go.
Yeah. Where do I go? Tell me.
Background, situation overview. Expand that one.
Where?
Scroll a little bit down. It's a sectional, so you have to find it. Background, situation overview.
Okay. Background. Okay. Let's read it. OCHA Ethiopia prepares the report with the support of cluster coordinators. This is the one?
What? No.
It says background.
There's so many, if you see, like,
in some cases, access and communication. So where is it? You said fake news. So if you interrupt me with fake news, I'm ready to read it. Means that update. I'm in background.
Find the situation overview. The situation
overview. Background situation overview. Okay, let's read this. The situation in northern Ethiopia remains tense and unpredictable. Clashes continue to be reported, blah, blah, blah. Fighting also continued in different locations in Amhara, Sokoto. Okay. Airstrikes in several locations in Tigray have reportedly intensified during the reporting. Similarly, on my
No, you skipped the Afar.
Where? It's long. Tell me where.
The last sentence of the first paragraph.
In Afar, fighting is reported in Abala and surrounding areas bordering Tigray and in areas bordering Afar and Amhara. Okay. Isn't that what I just said?
Yeah, go skip. So then after that, there's a...
The ongoing fighting is hindering humanitarian access.
No, and Afar says...
Isn't that what I just said? The fact that they attack... And when is this from? When is this from? Okay, January 13th is this report from. Yes, the fighting in Abala is hindering. Isn't that what I've been saying for the last 10 minutes?
No, you were blaming it on TPLF.
Isn't that what I've been saying for the last 10 minutes? The fighting in Abala, the TPLF attacked Abala and blocked the only way into Tigray, into Mekelle. Isn't that what I've been saying for the last 10 minutes? Isn't that what is just confirmed, your UN report?
The UN report confirms...
They're just confirmed. I'll read it again for the people who don't know English. In Afar, the fighting in Abala continued to impact humanitarian operations in Tigray since all humanitarian convoys via the Samara, Abala, Mekelle corridor, the only route available for the transport of humanitarian supplies into Tigray, remain suspended. Why? Because the TPLF decided to attack Abala on December 13th. Up until December 13th, food and medicine used to come through there. So who provoked this? The TPLF. Why? Because they wanted. Here it is. Here's this cadre confirming what I just said. Thank you, by the way. Thank you. By the way, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You should read this more
Thank you so much. Thank you.
People are starving to
death, man. Thank you so much. You just proved.
Don't be selfish.
Thank you so much. You just
proved.
Scroll
down and see that people
Let me finish. Thank you so much. What I just needed.
There's a reason why I pinned this.
This is the best proof.
Politics, man.
This is the best proof. So
read the humanitarian part of this report.
No. Now you want me to read about the consequences?
What you want to read.
Which part? Tell me. No, this is your part. You said to read this part. I didn't read anything by myself.
No, okay, finish. Okay,
Tseday, you actually insisted. You said,
hold on, okay.
Tseday, calm down. Tseday, you told me. Tseday.
Can you please read the last
I'll read it.
And I'll stop.
Tseday, you said, oh, you jumped apart and read this, and I read it. You insisted that I read that part.
No. Listen, you read it and you made your own commentary.
No, I didn't make commentary. Let me read it again. In Afar, this is the part you insisted that I read it.
The last sentence.
You insisted. No, but you
read the last sentence.
I'll read this part first. So there could be like a context to it. In Afar, the fighting in Abala continued to impact humanitarian operations in Tigray since all humanitarian convoys via the Samara, Abala, Mekelle corridor, the only route available for the transport of humanitarian supplies into Tigray, remains suspended. I wonder why. I wonder
Can you
why.
read the last sentence?
I wonder why. All right. Of what? Of the whole paragraph?
Oh no, the last sentence. Overall, it says that paragraph you were just reading.
Oh, okay.
There's
as a result. Overall, okay. Overall, 1,338 trucks have entered the region since July 12, which represents only 10% of the required supplies needed to meet the huge scale of humanitarian needs. How is that the problem of Afar people? Do we decide what kind of what the UN said? No, wait.
Okay,
You're blaming.
Wait. I think you got my intentions wrong.
No. So you're saying. But that's then go talk to the UN. Go talk to the UN. Go talk to the UN. Tell them.
To you as an
go
Ethiopian.
ask.
I'm telling you.
But it's not our.
No, hold on. People are denying this is even happening.
I'm not denying it. I'm not. I accept it.
You're not denying it. But people, whenever we tell them only 10%,
do you speak English?
They tell us we're lying.
Sade, calm down. I accept that only 15% goes in or 10%. I accept it if they say it.
Okay, ask people if they accept
it. Again, no. You're saying you're denying.
Your audience.
Wait. There's nobody in my. It's you and me. I don't care. I'm not a.
Well, I care.
You're talking. Go talk to my audience then. Are you talking to me or talking to the audience? You're talking to me.
Tell the audience what's happening.
Who are you talking to?
Listen.
Who are you talking to? Okay, then stay with me. Okay, so let's go back.
This is not an Afar issue.
Keep quiet.
Don't make it an Afar
issue. Keep quiet. So 10% of the required supplies needed to meet. Is this our problem? Are we the ones who say what is turning?
Yes, this is your problem.
How is that my problem? How? It's the UN sending the food.
Listen to me, because earlier you said to me that unless we hand you over,
I'll ask you again. I'll ask you again. I'll ask you a simple question again. The UN is sending food to Djibouti. Afar say you can send in as much food as you want into Tigray through Abala. Keep quiet. Through Abala, right? And you're telling me they're only sending 10%. Who's they? It's the UN. Go talk to the UN.
Oh. Are you kidding me?
Is the Ethiopian government only saying?
I'm not an
Okay,
idiot.
I'll read it again. I'll read it again.
Okay,
I'll read it again.
I'll read it again. Do you want to know who's blocking it?
Keep quiet.
Do you want to know who's blocking it?
Keep quiet.
I'll find the paragraph.
Keep quiet. Nowhere here does it say that the Ethiopian government is blocking it. It says again, I'll repeat it again. Overall, let's say 1,400 trucks have entered the region since July 12, which represents only 10% of the required supplies needed to meet the huge scale. Where does it say the Ethiopian government is only allowing 10% of the required supplies?
I'm getting there.
Where does it say? Why do we have to go step by step with you when you're unprepared for this type of question?
Don't overreact for.
Stop playing this overreacting.
You make yourself look bad.
Simi, every time you make ridiculous comments, right now you literally made my point.
It's funny that you've never.
Okay. Stop. I'm gonna. You do your research. Mute yourself and let me finish my point.
Okay. Actually, it's late for me, so.
You're gonna run away as usual, like you did the last time. The last 2 times.
I'm just giving you the courtesy.
You're gonna run away like the last 2 times, like you did the last 2 times.
This is a courtesy.
You're gonna run away. Okay, I'll read it again. Okay.
No,
so
I have.
Keep quiet.
I'm gonna be.
Okay. Go do your search.
Minutes, so
okay, go do your research.
I'm just giving you. I have 15 minutes.
No problem. It's 15 minutes of embarrassment as usual. Mute yourself while I talk. So, okay. You're trying to deflect and kind of trigger me, and you kind of almost got there, but it helps me when I get triggered. A lot of people say, hey, man, you're getting triggered. No, it helps.
You were triggered at the beginning.
Yes. Okay, so let's go back again. So here it is. I just proved to you that it was the TPLF that is making sure that people of Tigray...
You didn't prove that at all.
Mute yourself and do your research, because you just ridiculed yourself. Go do your research. Give me more information. Tell me where the government of Ethiopia is only allowing 10%. Up until then, don't talk. Okay, so let me go back. So here it is again, a proof. The only access, and I hope you copy this because courtesy of Tseday, we have the information. So The TPLF, after it got routed and decimated and destroyed in its adventure to come into Addis Ababa, after sacrificing thousands, tens of thousands of Tagaru children, women, and civilians, ran back again into its cities. As you heard earlier, Tseday was saying, oh, they're heroic soldiers, heroic leaders. Their leaders are cowards. They're hiding behind little surafels, hundreds of little surafels. The leaders of the TPLF are hiding behind hundreds of surafels. The parents of surafels, if you ask them, what would you rather have? That food comes in and this blockade is removed, or that, what's his name, Getachew Reda gives himself up? They would tell you, let Getachew Reda give himself up. But people like Tseday and Marta and Charinat and Ez and all these people, they are diaper babies of the TPLF. They don't want this war to end. Their families are out. I promise you, Marta's family is out.
This is a lie.
I promise you, Tseday's family is out. I promise you, Charinat's family is out. I promise you, each and every one of their families are out. They're abroad or they're comfortable somewhere.
A bonus for all of them.
All of them are out. These people are cadres. These people are cadres. Here it is. The only place that was getting food and medicine, even if it was 10%, TPLF would rather be zero. Do you know why? They want to create a humanitarian disaster so that people like her and Martin Plaut and all these people can scream. Again, they're using the people of Tigray as props. They're using the people of Tigray as props. Do you know why? Because for them, the most important thing is the survival of the TPLF, not the survival of the people of Tigray. The survival of the TPLF, the TPLF, the TPLF. I would accept these reports. Download.
He could be anybody. He could be.
I'm Debretzion's son. I'm Debretzion's son, and I'm telling you,
believe him.
I am the son of Debretzion, and I'm telling you, go arrest my father. He's a piece of scum. Debretzion is a scum. He's hiding behind the death of thousands. The man is a coward. Each TPLF leader is a coward. Now we know how they survived for 17 years. This is Darwinism. This is survival of the fittest. And the fittest, that means also the most cowardly. They hide behind the braves. They hide behind the warriors. They send in children and women. They say right now, when the people came, when the war is going to end, each house in Tigray would have lost so many children in there. There will be old women right now in Tigray that have nobody. And you know what's going to happen? Let me tell you what's going to happen. Getachew Reda, Debretzion, and Tzadka are going to ask for safe passage. I promise you, Herman Cohen just confirmed it. They're going to ask for safe passage. They're going to leave. They're going to leave. They're going to move to Toronto. They're going to move to Toronto, and the people of Tigray are going to be alone. But it's okay. It's good. Finally, they will be free from these vampires. Finally, we will liberate.
Are you going to have your chicken
nuggets
or chicken wings after this?
We will
You're
liberate them. You're going
to have a full belly?
We will liberate them. The people of Tigray, you're talking about the children of Tigray? You're talking about a full belly? Go check Getachew Reda belly. He's right beside them. He's eating all the aid that was coming for them.
Check your
Go
own
check.
belly.
I'm not stealing the food of children.
You're talking full.
I'm not taking the food of those children.
Deciding on the fate
How
of
come
millions
Getachew
of
Reda is
children?
getting fat? Tell me. How come Debretzion is getting fat? Tell me. He's right there. This is why you want the blockade to be removed, so your leaders could eat.
This is the most ridiculous.
How come? No, you brought it up.
He's showing you a picture.
You brought it up. You brought it up.
How come the generals that won the war? How come they're all fat?
What do you mean won the war? What war?
Could you explain that to me? Do you want me to?
Do you know what that picture is? You know.
There's a
wait. Do you know what that picture is?
Their bellies hanging out.
Do you know? Do you know this picture when it's from? This is after the TPLF was routed, and you said there was famine in Tigray.
The pictures of the generals from days ago.
This picture is from TPLF leaders.
Hold on, I'm gonna.
This picture, please go ahead. This picture is from TPLF,
and it's not even me who made that
this
comment.
Picture,
man. It's shameful.
This picture is for TPLF leaders, as they were saying there's famine in Tigray. This picture that I just put up is a picture of the leaders of Tigray, of the TPLF, while while at the same time, she's saying that people of Tigray are suffering. This is from November. This is from November. That guy's gut is all the way down to his feet, to his knees, and they're talking about famine, and she's showing me the picture of little Surafel. What does that mean? That means the food was deflected to the TPLF leaders and to the TPLF soldiers.
That's the most stupidest
And thanks.
argument
And this is
ever.
what this is
Please
what
do not
this
repeat
is what
that
TSEDAY wants.
elsewhere. It's so
TSEDAY
shameful.
wants you to remove
I
the blockade.
apologize for the non-Ethiopians in this room.
TSEDAY wants you.
This is not how
TSEDAY, and this is
stupid we
what
are usually.
Martin Plaut.
Please forgive
Martin
him.
Plaut.
He's tired.
Martin Plaut. This is exactly what you're doing. You're protecting these people. Martin Plaut. You're protecting these fat cats. They want to have this blockade removed so you could feed Adkan and you could feed the soldiers of the TPLF and prolong this war. Because people like her don't have any family members amongst the fighters. Not even one of them. Not even one of them.
Duh, it's because I'm not Tigrayan.
Not even one of them. So that's why. Because you're not Tigrayan, then maybe you should not talk about it.
You need to get your ears
Maybe you
checked.
shouldn't talk. Maybe you should let real Tagaru speak. People who have family members among the fighters. Maybe you should be humble and know your place.
They're telling you
maybe
their family members are starving.
There are Tagarus right here that I talk to every day who say they have family members among the fighters and they're tired of the TPLF. Who are you to speak for them? You keep saying the Tagarus. If you're not Tigrayan, then keep quiet. Let the real Tagarus.
Why?
Because you have nobody amongst the people suffering. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But you are not an Ethiopian. You're a cadre.
You guys can say no more, but you want me to be
You are a cadre. You only care. You said yourself, I used to work for the EPRDF. You care about the EPRDF. Stay out of it.
The same way.
Stay out of it.
The same way you worked
Stay
for the
out
government.
of it. I never worked for no government. Keep quiet. You don't know. I'm the triangle man. You don't know nothing about it.
You are a liar. You worked for the Ethiopian government yourself.
How? What did I do?
You were getting paid more than me.
What was I doing? Tell me what I was doing. Let's deflect for a second. Let's have fun.
I'm not.
Tell me what I was doing. What do you think I was doing?
I don't need to go.
What do you think I was doing?
We know.
You know.
I know what you were doing, and I'm not going to talk about that.
I guess I didn't do it.
It's not about our personal lives.
I didn't do it right because you're still around. So maybe if you were back home, you'd be in jail for talking like this.
Oh yeah, I would be in jail, or I could be dead. Yes,
no, you would be in jail. You'd be in jail because you're defaming. Because we lived under.
People are getting
under. Do you want me to?
People are getting massacred.
For 27.
People are disappearing.
For 27 years, there is no concentration camp. Stop lying.
Oh,
there is nothing. You said your boyfriend is in a concentration camp. Stop.
You said you did.
You did.
I said that my ex has disappeared.
He hasn't disappeared. He's having fun. He's having fun in Addis Ababa. We know him.
Oh, you know him. Oh, okay.
He's having fun.
Thank you. Please say
he's having fun.
Okay, very good.
He just doesn't want to hear from you. That's why. Yeah. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. He doesn't want to hear from you. You should know. You should know. You should know when somebody doesn't want to see you.
You know what I feel? I
feel like nothing.
You did an audition. You did an audition for the Prime Minister.
You feel nothing.
Congratulations. I don't
You're a heartless vampire.
Listening to you.
You're a heartless vampire.
TriangleMan.
You
need him.
You're a heartless vampire.
He can speak different languages, and he can hide the genocide in different languages.
No, there is no genocide.
So please hire TriangleMan. He's going to be the best spokesperson after Billani Siyun. So please, you need somebody to speak in Deutsch. He speaks Russian. He probably speaks Hebrew.
Hey, what's your problem with this anti-Semitism, right? Thing? What's your problem with the Jews?
So, our dear friend TriangleMan was auditioning for.
I do speak Hebrew.
The new position.
What's your problem?
That the Ethiopian government.
What's your problem with Jews, man?
Fulfilling.
Like you keep mentioning this all the time.
He does meet the requirement. He's perfect at denying genocide. He's perfect at gaslighting Tigrayans.
You're not Tigrayan. Why do you speak for Tigrayan?
I am Ethiopian.
You're Ethiopian because you keep saying your government and your country.
Guess what? Your great-grandparents were Tigrayan, right?
No.
Okay, who was your Tigrayan blood? Okay, we're the same.
Yeah. What do you mean? I don't.
I have a Tigrayan great-grandmother.
Okay, so that makes you that allows you to speak on behalf of all Tigrayans?
No. I speak for Tigray because I am Orthodox Christian. Tigray is the mother of my heritage. Yes, there we go again, right?
Stop. One time,
how do you say
I'm a Jew. And then the next moment is Al-Najashi. You're not even allowing Muslims to build Moscow to be buried in their own cities.
Oh my God.
You're not allowing Muslims that are born in Aksum are not even allowed to be buried in Aksum.
You're making people
Muslims in Aksum. Okay, you want me to pin it? Do you want me to pin it?
I don't need you to pin
BBC, Mosque.
You're committing
Tigray.
haram.
Oh, haram.
You're doing
Haram.
Don't even do that.
Haram.
Don't even pin it.
Hakuna Matata.
Don't bring religious.
No, you just did. You just said I'm Orthodox.
I didn't.
You just said I support Tigray because I'm Orthodox.
You told me I shouldn't speak about Tigray. I explained to you.
Yes, so I'm not bringing up. You're the one who brought up religion.
The people who make this a religious affair are stupid people. And if you're going to do that, you are also stupid.
Why are you calling me stupid? I didn't insult you.
I am calling you stupid because
so I guess you are triggered.
The Aksum issue.
You are triggered.
I'm triggered when that's why, you know what? If you really go ahead and pull it up, because that's when I.
Are you saying that in Tigray, in Aksum, Muslims are allowed to be buried? Say it. I want to hear it from you.
I do not have.
You don't. Then you keep quiet. You talk. Which part are you from?
You know what?
Which part?
I don't think that justifies.
You say you're Ethiopian. Which part are you from?
Starved. I don't think that.
Which part of Tigray are you from? Which part of Ethiopia are you from?
I'm from Addis
Then
Ababa.
stick to Addis Ababa, man. Leave the people of Tigray. Leave the people of Tigray. They don't want.
Which, if you are in America,
can I say something to the people of Tigray? Can I just have a message?
White supremacists told
Here's my message to the people of Tigray. This is the dumbest person you could ever have as your advocate. This is the dumbest person. She is an impediment to you. She is the worst advocate that you could have ever. I literally took her to task and I mopped the floor with her. She is the most ridiculous. I tried to be nice to you, but I think I'm done with this. She is the dumbest person I've